Hello, 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 hello.
How's it going?
It should.
Where's the popcorn, man? I've been down here starving.
It should have gone live.
I don't see you live yet, but
no.
Yeah, but there's that like 10-second delay.
There it goes.
No,
oh my God!
What?
I'm watching a commercial from Stacey Abrams.
You know, I saw that Facebook. First of all, let me say hello to Jody.
Drone Life RC?
Yeah. Who is Drone Life RC now?
I don't know his first name.
Changed names on me.
Chris just hopped in. Hello, Chris.
Yeah, I see him. Sunrise Water Media.
Yeah.
There's Charlie.
Brian.
Charlie, did you see the one that Paulie put out? Effing Carlos. Well, I wanted to play that, and he doesn't have it live. And I checked your channel just 2 seconds ago, and it's not up on your channel. Very discouraging.
Yeah, Charlie had that on his channel. What happened to it?
I don't know. They thought maybe they were going to get in trouble. That was. I'll tell you who wins. Hey, Mike Roche. What's up, buddy? Tomas. Who wins the funniest video of the week? And that has got to be Brian at BMAX Aerials. Loren, how you doing, buddy?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Hey, I got to ask you. Was that, what is that called, a Mini SE or something? Is that just a price gap filler?
Basically, a couple of different things. One, it's try and get rid of the original Mini 1s. Like there's a bunch left over because they brought out the Mini 2s. And the Mini 1s were originally selling so good that they really increased production. And part of the problem was that the Mini 2 came out and that just killed the Mini 1. So with that left over, and not only that, but there was a little bit of worry about that Hubsan Mini coming out.
Yeah.
But so if they drop the price on that, they get rid of the old stock and hopefully detract away from the Hubsan Mini.
I don't know if you had the laugh or the time to see the laugh of the Zino video come out, the live stream.
Oh, the one where they crashed it?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
They're just sitting there going.
You're talking about the Hubsan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Hubsan. Yeah, not the Zino.
No. It says Zino Mini Pro.
Yeah.
And they crashed it in the studio during the live stream.
Yeah. Trust me, I watched it.
Look, the Mini 1, though, being rebranded as a cheaper price is just giving DJI another price point that they're going to dominate in because there's nothing at that price that's going to beat the Mini 1.
Exactly.
And reliability and picture and everything.
When you come from the Tello to the Mini 2, what's that $500? You got a $100 Tello and a $500 Mini 2 or 2 Air S. I don't know what the hell these things are called anymore.
The Mini 2.
Yeah. And so they just slid one in between. That's the way I look at it, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, it's a perfect business strategy.
Marketing ploy against Hubsan. That's what I feel. It was a way to grab that market out from underneath them, and they weren't there because they were that step higher. So bring it down a little bit and crush them.
Yeah, because I dare anybody to find a drone in a $200, $250 range that's going to even compare to that Mini 1, just in quality and reliability.
That video was funny as hell.
Yeah.
That whole production, you know, that staff should be fired. It was so amateurish, you know. Any of the YouTube channels that are out there right now put on a better show than what those guys did.
How could you not pre-shoot that?
Well, not just that, but it sounds like they didn't practice or anything. It was just sort of, hey, let's go live, you know.
what the heck? You know,
Like
you're talking a couple $100 here, and you're not even ready.
And look, it doesn't even have the same features as the Mini, where it will auto land because of the battery issues.
Well,
Like-
actually, what I think happened, like that's kind of a technical thing, but what I think happened is the battery level got so low, and like your higher end drones, basically once that drone gets real close to the ground, it pretty much almost just kills the motors but that one coming down with low batteries and stuff, like I think it got affected with prop wash,
Well, I was going to ask you if you thought maybe it was the color of the carpet, because you know how when you get by water, the drone wants to come down because of the reflection off the bottom sensors.
or the fact that maybe the voltage just got so low that none of the sensors were working anymore.
Well, that's what I'm saying is a DJI Mini, though, would have landed itself before it let the battery get like that. And I agree with you, Lauren. I think that's what it was the battery got so low that all the other functions just quit on it.
Yeah,
And that's why it started going haywire.
Mike McReynolds, Brent. What's up, Brent? Yeah, because it kind of slid along the floor and then flopping in the curtain. They didn't know what to do.
Yeah, the fact that it went across the floor like that, that's what made me think it was prop wash.
Yeah. The best part was just the expression on his face. That was priceless.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Well, even before that, they had a guy sneak in and hand them a piece of paper like a script almost, or was it instructions on how to fly the thing? This thing was so not done correctly. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. It was such an amateur production. It was scary,
Wonder if any heads are rolling or have rolled.
They have left it up on their site. That is the smartest thing they could do. If you take it down, there's going to be more talk about it.
Yep.
Leaving the faux pas up was, I thought, smart on their part.
Yeah.
Michael Blade, what's up, buddy?
In all reality, any experienced drone pilot, all they really need to learn is how to do the features, but to get it off the ground, I have confidence in everybody I know could do it without having to read a manual.
Brian from TDR Drones, what would he have done, Steve? He'd have taken it and thrown it and said, piece of shit, next.
Next. I have too many others waiting to test.
I just thought that was so amateurish. I would have pre-shot the thing. I don't know why.
I think realistically, what I think happened there was they were so intent on showing just how long this could fly, and it did good. It did 42 minutes, right?
Right.
But they were so intent on showing this fly that they skipped everything else. Like they talked about how it had obstacle avoidance and it had this and it had that. And the only thing they really showcased was how long it could fly. Well, realistically, so what? Like, let's see some video from this shot, Right. Let's see more than just how long this can stay in the air.
They boxed themselves in that tiny little studio with that white curtain over here. They really didn't have room to do anything if they even wanted to fly or show any of its features. I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you cut to a clip of it outside showing what it can do, or maybe some of the camera footage?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if they would have titled the video, "We're testing the battery down to 0," it wouldn't have looked so.
Well, Loren will tell you, you got VRS. VRS is prop wash. If you sit in one spot, you will actually get less battery time than if it's crawling, just crawling out of its own prop wash. You'll get a longer battery time. So, I mean, come on, these guys, they're engineers. They know this stuff.
And especially being that low to the ground, like Lauren was saying, that makes it that's adding insult to injury, being that low to the ground.
Yep.
I tried to give them a little credit there, but I'm looking at the carpet. As I look back at that carpet, it is different pattern, Loren. Let me just put that back up for a second. So you can see that carpet. You see, it's not smooth, one-colored carpet where it would confuse the optical sensor below.
No, that's an office type carpet.
Yeah. But there is pattern changes in it, so that you can't use that as an excuse either. I don't know.
Yeah.
And this isn't a terrible product. I flew one with Dan. The only problem it had was when you pressed it forward, it would go forward, but it would veer to the left. It didn't go straight.
Yeah. IMU calibration.
He's tried all of that, and I don't know. Who was it? FEMI? Is it FEMI that's come a long way with their software firmware updates?
Yeah.
I remember Bill Coast to Coast first showed that one. Holy cow.
It's just their camera gimbals is what they've been having issues with. Yeah, that horizon tilt is their biggest issue.
Yep.
Like if they could get a good camera like DJI has, FEMI would have it.
Well, you can. Look at Skydio. They're still putting out the 2015 12 megapixel cameras. They're just, they're throwing more quad de Bayer system software on it and getting 48 megapixels or whatever. Okay, knock yourself out. You're not impressing anybody who has any knowledge about these things. We can all look up IM863 sensors, Sony sensors on the Sony website. It takes 2 seconds. So I don't know what their next product. That was such a fantastical flop.
It was a good laugh. What do you mean?
That and the other thing that drove me crazy was all those freaking 6s in the chat,
What was that?
Well,
I saw them.
at the beginning of it, they said, that we're going to give away these drones and you have to say 6 in the chat. Well, thing being, so people were just constantly saying 6 because they wanted a free drone. So just like that, coast to coast.
I saw one of our guys, Arizona Drone Dude, was there. I saw him in their live chat. And yeah, everybody started putting in the 6s. I didn't see it from the beginning. I'm not going to watch an hour and 12 minutes of that thing,
I need spares so as I crash them.
Adrian.
What's up, Adrian?
Adrian.
And he's dressed.
Jimbo, how's everybody doing?
Tomas.
Good evening, sir.
Can you guys hear
You're
me?
not.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Okay, good, because I got you guys on the. Finally, I found this goddamn Bluetooth that I've been looking for 5 fucking years. Finally, I found it.
You're always cursing like a drunken sailor when those kids are away.
Mike, shut up.
Did you see?
Anyway, how you doing, Jimbo?
Pretty good. Can't complain. No one wants to hear it. How about yourself?
I hear you, man. How you doing, Mr. Justin, a.k.a. Mr. Crab? How you doing, man?
Good.
This one was so good, I had to call Brian and tell him. I watched this 20 times in a row.
So did I.
How you doing,
Like
Steve?
how he edited it.
Good, sir. Thank you. How are you?
Doing Lauren?
That was it.
Adrian.
That was the whole video.
And the best part was the Star Wars movie, and the comment I made in there says, and he even had R2-D2 watching him.
Hey, Tomas.
That was so perfect, man. I laughed my ass off so hard. I called him.
I bet that video took hours to edit, too.
And you know what? That probably got as many laughs as that Hubsan video or showed before.
It only has 70 views on it. That is for a 21-second video. It is insanely funny. The build up, Steve. Yeah, the build up.
Put it down and call it the short. Crop it in.
That's Star Wars music. Let's shut that off. Just play it again. He tells you to watch there. Got the goggles on. I wonder what he must have had the GoPro set up on over on a tripod.
And you're just waiting for that thing to take off like a rocket too.
Yep.
It flops off the table.
How many has he lost in the neighbor's yard, the pool, the tree?
Anyway, I got to step out. I'll try and get back later, Jim.
All right, Lauren, thank you.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Lauren.
Good to see you, buddy. Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
I was outside. I literally went ahead and burned 2 batteries on this baby right here. I mean, I clocked it on my yard, like the last video that you seen on my property. I clocked it at 70 miles an hour going to the trees. I'm getting good at it, man.
You clocked it at how fast?
70.
Holy Christ.
Criminy sakes.
Why are you in your bathroom sexually rubbing your drone?
I don't know what it is about. I don't know what it is about my drone, Justin. But anytime I get a hold of it, I just like to just grab the ass. You know what I mean? Grab the titty, the boobs. You know what I mean? You know how it is. I gotta get sexual with my drones.
So
I got that from.
So have you had an ultrasound on that one yet to find out if it's a boy or a girl drone?
Actually, this one right here. Hey, listen, Steve-O, I got a neuter or spade, one or the other. She got both, so she can't get pregnant, so she's good.
Have the tubes tied.
I got her neuter and spade at the same time.
Steve, I want to know why this video is not up on Paulie Drone Bum's website, YouTube site. It's the effing Carlos video.
Wonder why.
I don't know. I get it because I had replied to it or commented, but I'm on his website right now and it's not there.
Huh.
It was funny because Charlie, Drone Psyche, and Carlos were talking. Charlie's here, I think. And somebody had to see it, right?
Well, there's only 2 reasons. Either he put it on private or YouTube removed it for some reason.
Could be
2 days
unlisted.
ago.
Could be unlisted.
Yeah. It's got 45 views. It's got that link next to it. Does when it says 2 days ago, does that mean it's private?
He might have set it to a private link where you have to have the link to view it.
Okay, that was funny too because they're sitting talking about the meetup when Carlos's tag was. Why did you put? I'm not going to ruin it.
Yeah.
He'll put it up.
You gotta watch it.
If we got away. What?
Sorry about that, Jim, but let me go ahead and take a shower. I mean, I'll jump in a little bit when I get out.
Okay.
Adrian, what's up?
What's up, Carlito's Way? How you doing, you perv?
Listen, you prick, you took my address and you never did anything with it. You didn't even send me a stamp,
Well,
prick.
Listen, man.
I know
Yes,
you're
he did.
busy.
Yes, he did. Carlos, it's all over every bathroom, all over bathroom in North Florida.
Hey, Carlos, I gotta call you on your phone and talk to you about that, man. I got something I want to tell you, but I'm not gonna tell you here.
Okay, no problem.
I
Somebody's
good.
got his new jet ski.
Who's that? Is that Dan?
Nice.
Sunglasses?
What's up, dude? Hold on a sec.
What's up, Jody and everyone? Jim, I'm gonna put a link to that
Oh, cool.
that video.
Did you get it started yet, Dan?
Yeah.
That's the one that Paul did.
Okay, where is it? All right. Yeah, so it was private. Okay.
Yeah, unlisted. Freaking phone is weird. What's up, Steve? Justin.
How are you, sir?
Dan Prick. Lord, what's that say? Humongous.
Lord Humongous. I don't know what that means.
It's now
He's
Lord
humongous.
Ski Humongous.
Now, you got to check out what they're saying here
Yeah, I'm going to mute myself.
in the beginning.
Something's up with the sound.
Oh, wait. Why is it not sharing? Okay. There it is.
Everybody listen.
that. Did you on that when you first saw the video? No, I'm saying that whole fucking Carl conversation when you first heard it. From him or from you? No. Watch that video when you made your video and reviewed your footage. Did you pick up what they were saying? Fucking Carlos? It's like, oh, that's a gem. I gotta boost that up. The conversation was that your name should have been fucking Carlos.
Well, I kind of agree with you there. I'm not often much one to say a cuss word, but I think fucking Carlos is quite fitting in this situation. I never liked to say that word until I met fucking Carlos. It's all his fault. I've been trying to do flips and rolls and stuff, all because it's fucking Carlos. He said, get out there and try some flips and rolls and stuff. So I did. And I blame fucking Carlos. Yeah, actually, it's been pretty good knowing him. He taught me to do all kinds of stuff. But he never taught me how to do one of them there inverted yaw spins. So I'm going to give one a try right about now.
Is that Charlie or Paul talking?
Yeah, baby.
That's
Paul.
Paul.
Oh, okay.
the man of many voices and talents.
And talents, right?
Yeah.
Why is that unlisted?
I don't think he was done yet with it. He's gonna finalize. It was just something he was sharing with some of us.
Oh, because I was thinking if we got away with what we did last week and that Brazilian wax job. Oh my
Brazilian
God.
wax job. You saw our Drone Psyche's version of fucking Carlos too, right?
No, I was just on your channel and then I don't see it.
Really? It's there.
How's it going, Charlie?
I'll put it
Hey,
up.
what's up, Justin? Steve.
Sure. How are you, sir?
We're gonna make some T-shirts eventually.
Dan.
Where is it? The Psyche. You
Yeah,
have it?
I got it. Oh, Jesus. It wants to go psychedelic. Yeah, there's a channel.
There it is. It's about 6 down.
It's the one that says fucking Carlos.
So,
Hey,
Dan,
last one.
did you get
Hey.
a battery for the ski?
Oh, that one. Yeah.
I took your advice. I mean, I wasn't sure if something I wanted to do then from the get-go. Just because I don't know what the cranking amps are required for the jet ski versus my truck. So I went for it, man. And I actually have my readings right here. So there you go. 141 on that one and 146 on the other.
141 and what?
141 and 146.
Wow, good.
Yeah, not too bad. Pretty good
What's
shape.
up, Michael McReynolds?
About 6 off of where they should be.
Jim, you know what I don't understand is what makes these guys want to say fucking Carlos, right? I don't get it. What's up with that?
You started it.
Yeah, it should have been.
No, it
should have
was
been-
you. It was Jim that started. Wasn't it Jim's voice, Charlie?
It was, yeah. But,
Oh, okay.
you know,
Yeah.
to Jim's defense, it just kind of rolls off the tongue.
It
Nice.
does.
Naturally.
It does. It comes
Well, you know what? You
like
can
peanut
put,
butter and jelly.
put the Jim and Brad Austin together. They could be fucking prick Carlos.
So it's all from that day, right, Carlos? Yeah, that's what I remember you writing down. He said, here, let's write that down on there. On the intro card. Huh.
But Charlie took the one where I was flying through your legs and added all that effing Carlos.
Yeah, that was great. I got it here. Now, what's the 141, 146? Is that a compression test?
Yeah, it's a depression. These things are buried at about 155 to 160. So, considering this jet ski's over 24 years old, to be pulling in at 141 and 146 is actually really good.
That's damn good. That's damn good for a ski that old.
Normally by now these things are pretty much sitting at like 100 psi, hardly running. So.
What's up, Michael McReynolds? So this is a new toy, Dan?
It's a new toy, man.
And you have a trailer for it?
I have a trailer, a title. I have a title for the CPA.
Do you have to put a license on that or something? Numbers?
So Florida requires PWC.
Is that just money?
Yeah.
What's that?
Cheap.
You just got to pay for it, right?
$5
no,
bucks.
You got to have a boater's permit. You got to get a PWC, personal watercraft. Like,
so you got to take some kind of boating test?
Online. It's an hour.
Oh, okay.
But it is a money grab because my trailer has its own tag, which you guys would call tags. Well, we call them license plates up north. But you got to pay for it every year.
Yep.
Just for the trailer.
Same thing here. So I got a trailer title, and it is a money grab because in Michigan, my trailer that I have on the other side of the garage, that has a permanent trailer tag on it. One-time fee, and that's it. You never have to renew it until you sell it to somebody else, and then they have to do a permanent tag.
That's how I had for my boat trailer, the one I had my aluminum boat on, and it one-time fee, and that was it. What they nail you here in California for now, it's $35 every 2 years for boat tags, but now they're talking about jacking it up to $50.
Let me tell you something. Every time there's even a word of a hurricane in Florida, gas goes up to $3.50 a gallon. But right now, it shot up 26 cents yesterday to $2.95 for no reason at all. Biden is killing it. I better shut up. That's politics.
No, we were at almost early 90 or like late 90s gas prices like 2 years ago. I remember it was almost, I think it was like 145 down here where I'm at for a while.
It was cheap. So they cut off that XL pipeline, and then everybody, I don't know what happened. There was some kind of fear mongering going on.
$2.89 a gallon I spent at BJ's gas.
Is that with the discount?
That is the discount, yeah.
Yep.
BP by me, $4 change.
For regular gas?
Yes, I told you this the other day.
We're at our gas stations here. We're running anywhere between $4.19 to $4.39 for regular. Costco right now, I'm just looking right now, is $3.95.9 for regular and $4.15.9 for premium.
Super. That's nuts.
Oh yeah, it's the taxes on over here.
I've got that little Chevy HHR, which is a 2.4 liter, and that has to run 93 octane. So I have to get
really that.
Oh, jeez.
Those tiny little engines. I bought a Geo Metro in 1995. It was a 1.9 liter
it's
engine.
Like 3-cylinder.
Yes,
yeah, I was about to say that.
It was 3 cylinders, and I literally sold it because it scared the crap out of me getting onto the interstate. There just wasn't enough room to get up to 60 before the guy doing 90 was going to crush you.
Right.
It was a fucking moped on 4 wheels.
Yep.
Pretty much.
3 cylinders.
Jim Drone joined you, Mr. Jim.
Don't hate moped.
What's up,
Yeah,
Jim?
but I wouldn't get on I-4 on a moped though.
I would.
What's up, Mike? No, you get crushed. That's like going on the Long Island Expressway. You wouldn't last long on a moped.
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't care either.
I don't know how to spell my own name, Charlie.
Bump, bump, and go over it. Hey, Charlie, are you in Michigan?
No, I'm in Queens. I'm 10 minutes from Carlos.
How do you think we hang out so much together?
Why you? I know.
I've been flying every weekend.
Yeah.
How did the prices get so different?
We're trying to figure that out. He said it wasn't raining by him a half hour ago. It was pouring here. Apparently, we're in
He lives in the south side of town. I don't know.
Yeah.
Charge
Actually,
more.
I'm north of you.
I know,
I was watching.
Sounds better south.
Yeah.
I was watching your video where it was pouring rain. You were driving to meet those guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That was it was Memorial Day weekend.
That was in Roosevelt Field Mall. We were hanging out in the parking lot.
Yeah, Charlie just flies in his private jet whenever he wants to go hang out with one of us.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't understand it. They're both in New York, but the prices are so different.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, and then I flew with Ray Kelly the same day, just this past Saturday. Went over the Stony.
I mean, look at that. You go from Michigan to New York, down to Florida, all in one day.
How long did it?
Camera drone to FPV in one day.
I saw you dive in the tower. Was that? That yours,
wasn't me.
right? That was Carlos.
It was Carlos.
I couldn't spell right, so I had to correct it.
Dive in the tower.
Oh, the tower, yeah.
The Pilgrim,
or trying to, you said.
Yes. There was a few decent attempts somewhere. Yeah. It was all right. And then we had these guys come up on us, and we thought they were FPV pilots. Ends up there was like 7 of them, and I'm like buzzing them, thinking, they understand it's only a little tiny whoop. Meanwhile, these guys all come out in these karate outfits. It's like, holy shit. They were filming something by the tower. Yeah, they come out in these karate outfits, and they started doing some filming, something with the tower.
They're going to come take care of your drones.
That's what I was saying. I'm saying, man, I'm thinking they, FPV friendly. Meanwhile, I'm buzzing around them and close to them, and nothing to do with FPV. Never assume.
I have to lower this, Charlie, to 1080p. It's doing this.
Oh, sorry.
Buffering.
Yeah.
Which one is that? One of his videos?
It's the Carlos video.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want to run it at because he's got it at 4K, and with StreamYard, it doesn't even bother.
Yeah, once you go into 1080 on StreamYard, it's really bad.
All right, for God's sakes, I'm not gonna play it.
No, that's not it.
Oh, why? You tried pulling it up?
No, something else I'm looking for.
I saw one on Stealth Drones. We'll play later. Oh, yeah, this is back at the park.
This must have been that following Sunday.
Yes.
Yes.
That was before Jim got castrated.
Now, who filmed this?
That was my drone.
Okay, that was from the drone.
Yeah.
Excellent.
1080p.
I'm sitting there holding the GoPro trying to follow the drone.
I wouldn't be following the drone. I'd be holding on to something else for my dear life if I didn't have a cup with me.
Watch Mike. Watch Mike. I love the one where Bill caught it in his hand.
Backs up too.
And none of us moved. We didn't care. We didn't so much as flinch. Oh my God. That thing hit me in the back of the head. It was like I didn't even feel it.
Yeah, it's 65 millimeter.
Is this where Bill reaches out and grabs it? No.
No.
There was a huge osprey nest there too, on top
Up
of
on the lights. Yeah. Nice, Charlie. Very nice.
I couldn't resist.
Hey, there's Vector, Jim. Look
Got
at
your friend.
Night Train.
He said his name. Now he's staring at the phone.
What Vector? Oh.
He's a mean little son of a bitch, too. He has an attitude.
I'm telling you, he does, bro. He can be a jerk.
Dan, what can you get it to do?
I've gotten him to do a lot because I'm running him on a custom server now.
You're using a Raspberry Pi?
What's that? Yeah, I'm using a Raspberry Pi 4.
Okay. I got you on full screen.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Chris Hope? What's this Vector?
You keep saying his name, so he keeps looking at the phone.
What's it supposed to do?
So it's got facial recognition software. Basically, what I've done is I've given him his own command structure library. So he's building his own command structure by going online and searching for things he's interested in based on what he sees, which is allowing him to have an AI learning curve. So he's actually having a lot of fun. I'm trying to stay out of his mix as much as possible unless he has curiosities. So I get ping notifications when he's curious about something, and then I can assist him with understanding the object. So it's actually gotten a lot more involved than I thought it was going to be. Getting him off of Digital Dream Labs stuff and opening up my own server port for him has been probably the best thing that could have ever happened for this little robot.
That's crazy.
Now, I don't understand.
Odd stuff going on there.
Yeah, well,
Godlike.
can you program it to go forward, move left?
Yeah, you can program him to do anything. I can see what he sees. When he goes online now, I have vector command, so when he goes online, I can see what he's searching for based on what he's looking at. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do. It's really intriguing.
How does he look at anything?
He's got a camera built into the front, and then he's got a bunch of sensors down here. Like, if you touch him, he'll purr and shit.
He can't walk, could he? I can't really tell from here what he
Hey.
looks like.
Well, no, I mean, he can. He's just charging right now. I just put him on the charge port.
Ah, okay. He's on a port.
Yeah, he can drive around and walk and use his arm to push himself up and then get up on objects and stuff.
Are those wheels, or is it like a tank track?
No, it's tank track.
Yeah, okay.
He didn't want to be picked up.
Vector,
Hey, Vector.
charge me.
Hey, Vector. Hey, Vector. Give me a high five. All right.
And that's old, right? Wasn't Justin saying
Well,
that's about 10 years old?
It was all based. No, he's like 4 years old, 3 years old. It was all based on Digital Dream Labs. When he went open source, it opened up a whole new plethora of things you could do with him. See, now he's studying the pan. He's trying to figure out the pan.
Now, if he recognizes the pan, does he automatically go online and search for pans?
If he has curiosity about it, yes. If he thinks it's something that he wants to look up, he can.
That's scary.
Dan, you've never been naked in front of that thing, have you?
No.
Good. 'Cause that would be scary what he'd be looking up after that.
He's trying to see like,
How to blind a robot, you know?
right now he's identifying if it's an object that he can move out of his way to keep furthering, investigating the area.
No, disassemble.
Johnny 5, right?
Yeah. I mean, he does a lot of. He's going to get irritated because I'm going to pick him up, but it is what it is. Hey, Vector. What's my name?
You taught him how to say prick?
He's trying to stare at the screen to see if he knows any of you.
I was going to say, how can he say your name?
Vector. Vector. Spin around.
You got to say, hey, Vector.
Hey, Vector.
Oops, I said it.
Spin.
I don't have that. He's got to build his own library for that stuff.
How charged is he?
Right now it says he's still going, so he's good. Hey, Alexa.
That went quicker.
Yeah, well,
Get outta here.
I've got him set up for the Alexa prompt now.
While you're talking, I'm trying to look for this one clip I had got where the voice of the Alexa was used in court to convict a man of planning
They're
a murder.
recording. They're listening to you.
Yes.
Oh.
And the court ruled that they could use the Alexa voice recognition to convict the guy, basically, of plotting a murder.
That's interesting stuff.
Well, over here in California, you use your, shopping. You go to, Vons or Ralph's or your grocery store to go shopping, and they have your rewards card. They had a guy that went in there. They ended up busting this guy for drunk driving, and how they did it, they pulled the information on how many times he had been back to the grocery store buying alcohol.
Interesting.
Oh my God.
But wait a minute, they didn't actually see him driving drunk?
Well, they did, but it was just proof that he
Oh,
had
okay,
been
okay.
purchasing it
I see what you're
as to
saying.
how much he had consumed. And
But they must have had followed him because they don't know if he went to a party, went to a friend's house, had some guy
GPS.
No
My-
proof
my
that he
guess-
drank it, just proof
Yeah,
he
but-
bought it.
They
I've
just
got
have
an
proof
app.
that he bought it.
Yeah, but no, you don't. Google Photos is tracking where you're at. Your phone will ask you if you'd like to upload a photo of that place.
No, I get all that, but what I'm saying is, how do they know that Charlie and Dan and Steve weren't at the house waiting to drink?
The alcohol.
Right.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. So it's
There had to be more.
it's not so cut and dry to say that he went shopping. I think as a non-lawyer, regular kind of knucklehead, I wouldn't be so quick. But anyway, doesn't matter. I've heard the same thing with Alexa and some girl buying a dollhouse and like $300 or $400 worth of product just from talking to it. What does that say?
Oh yeah, you could purchase from it. That's why.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. When the shrooms kick in, but you're trying to act normal.
That's awesome.
I thought that was funny as hell. Some of the crap that's online, I still haven't found that. I got all this sensor crap on here.
yeah, with all the electronics and everything, and now they're I forget who it was, what country, just filed a $1 billion lawsuit against TikTok, and the U.S. and somebody else now are going after them because they're pulling. You know, if you've got thumbprint reader on your phone, it's pulling your thumbprint and voice recognition information off.
You know, I had a feeling.
Keeping that.
So they get your fingerprint when you use a thumbprint, right?
Yeah.
They're taking a picture of it. That's why I never used that.
If you got TikTok, yeah.
No,
Even
but
on
if you
your
have,
iPhone.
even on your phone, if you have finger recognition, I'm
This
sure
computer, this
information's
laptop
going
has it.
somewhere.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that information is going somewhere. Same as those Ancestry.com.
Oh yeah.
That's a DNA test. They're keeping that information.
That is crazy if you ever do that stupid stuff.
I would never. I give a shit who my ancestors were.
They're probably cloning us.
I don't know about all that. My wife says one of me is enough.
No, but you're absolutely right. Your phone is taking a picture of your fingerprint.
That's what my son even says. My youngest son. He's been saying that, Dad, I don't do that. You shouldn't do it either.
That's how it's unlocking your phone.
Yeah,
So
I don't do that stuff.
TikTok is scraping all that stuff, but who's to say Facebook's not doing the same thing? Because Facebook scrapes everything off your phone, no matter what you do and what app you're in.
They're doing that even with the Oculus VR headsets. They're tracking everything in that. Same
Yeah, and
thing.
Facebook owns that.
Yep. They're building a profile of you.
Facebook owns the Oculus?
Yeah. They wrote it. Yep.
So, Charlie, they're going to really figure out how you are.
That's all right. Enjoy.
Well, Jim, it was like that experiment I told you that those people did, where they took the infrared camera and they could see the iPhone facial recognition flashing like every 2-3 seconds from the iPhone, but you can only see it if you have like an infrared camera, I believe they were using. And you can see the flash from the iPhone where it's reading your face every like 2 to 5 seconds.
Nice.
Wow.
I don't doubt it. That's all right. Screw them. Every now and then I moon my cable box just in case. I curse at it.
Every time I go on to Facebook, it asks me if I want it to remember my password, so I never have to log in again. And I keep saying no, but it keeps coming back. Hey, Brad.
That's because they want your shit, Jim.
But well, you know that they created the two apps. Now we have the Facebook app and the Messenger app are separate on your telephone.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank God for that.
Well,
Well, they're reading everything on Messenger too. It doesn't make any difference.
Oh yeah.
Right. That's what I'm kind of getting at. It's a fully separate program that you can't control.
Well, it's like
Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's like how people get weirded out about how they'll be talking about something and then they'll see ads flash up on their phones. It actually says it in their terms of services that they're going to do that. But people never read those terms of services, and they get so surprised, like, oh, they're spying on me. Well, technically, you agreed to it when you signed up for the app. You just didn't read that.
Well,
I mean,
okay.
reads that shit.
This is my Facebook front page screen when I log on. Okay. Now, you see, remember password. I tell it every time, not now. Just click your profile picture instead of typing a password. That's crazy. That's insane. That's facial recognition.
Yeah.
No, what it is it just keeps your account logged in all the time. And then when you click on Facebook, your picture will pop up, and then you just hit your picture, and it just automatically logs you in.
Yeah, you don't have to log in again.
But it's got your face recognized with the password together in one.
Yeah, but your camera can be covered up. It will still log you in. It's the same way on your phone, too. It will do it on your phone, so you don't have to log into the app no more.
I don't log in on the phone. It's constantly on.
Right, but like if I want to log into another app and connect my Facebook, my
Right.
picture will pop up, and I can just click on it, and it will automatically log that app into my Facebook app if I'm trying to connect both apps.
And that's what Facebook loves about that. They love when you do that because now they're pulling all that other information in.
Well, look what Jody's saying here. If you look deep enough into on Facebook, you'll find all your phone contacts.
Yeah.
I haven't allowed
You give
it
them the
to
right-
do that.
You give them the right to do that. When
Yeah, I did.
For the terms and conditions, you're giving them the right. There was an attorney on television that I was laughing my butt off over the weekend, and they were talking about the terms and conditions. Oh, that is
Wow.
the greatest photo.
That's yours, Lauren.
What is that?
Yeah.
Is that a real drone?
Yeah, the
Damn.
sprayer.
That's the new Mini 3.
Okay. It's a spray.
Yeah, I was dying laughing when I saw that, Lauren. The new Mini 2 SE.
Or the Mini
But-
3.
How much does that thing weigh? About 40 pounds, 30 pounds?
Oh, I'm
much more than
sure.
that.
More?
Look at this one. Look at this one. This is the stealth drone. It weighs 16 pounds. It can carry 100. Look at the payload capacity here.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a Agris.
The
Well,
one
you
you were
see-
holding up?
Yeah.
The one that, yeah.
How heavy was that, though? Because you were picking that up like nothing.
Oh, that wasn't me in the picture. No.
Oh, well, still, it still looked like the person wasn't struggling.
It's just a hair under 25 pounds.
Okay. Wow.
Look at this
Holy
one.
moly.
Loren, this is running the A3 Pro in
Yeah.
it. I wouldn't know why you would build your own X8 or I don't know what that would even
Charlie,
be.
how would you like to FPV that, Charlie?
Oh yeah. Look out. Death.
And then put a
Check out
DJI
Wow.
A3 Pro in it, which
Fucking
is the
take out
same
a
as
Prius
an
with that thing.
same as an M600. If you're trying to think about what's an A3 Pro.
Those propellers are almost like airplane propellers.
It's the Scorpion
Oh, the size.
XL.
That's
How
Go
big are
down
the
to
prop
specs.
guards?
What's the dimension of that thing?
18 feet. Is that what that says?
439
49 pounds
pound
with
gross
battery.
rate with batteries.
Wow.
Holy moly!
Can you get
Wow.
a special license for a drone that heavy? Because I thought literally they weren't supposed to be over a certain weight limit.
No, remember now they're going into certifications of size.
Oh, okay.
This will need a special certification from the FAA.
1,000 pound capacity. Holy mackerels!
Unbelievable.
That's a new way of repoing a car right there. You just
So what is that
Snap
for?
somebody's car.
Spraying, you said? What's the purpose of this beast?
Oh no, this one is for carrying things. Well, I don't know. This is way too big for carrying an Arri Alexa or a Red Scorpion
This is for-
helium camera.
This is not something like that they're gonna do deliveries with Amazon or anything like that.
No.
No.
Deliver fat ladies. That
Yeah.
thing.
I think that one's more just proof of concept. I don't know because I don't see any physical attachments on there for even carrying anything.
Well, in all reality, it could be repurposed to do 100 different jobs too.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
especially if they can, if you could connect stuff onto that. Can you imagine like power companies and stuff like that, instead of having to have cranes come in to set on towers and setting like their isolators on? If that thing can lift 1,000 pounds, you could have it up there to the guys working on the tower and have them airlift the stuff up there with no crane.
Well, that's how they do it now on cell towers. They actually use helicopters to lift up sections of it.
But you wouldn't need to, well, to
Yeah.
set the tower itself, obviously, due to the weight of it. But when you're setting, say, the antennas and stuff like that, which are going to be less than 1,000 pounds, you could put those up, and a drone could lift those up to the people instead of, paying anywhere between $2,500 and $5,000 an hour for a bird to be lifting it.
Oh, yeah. This one's using the Cube, the Auterian system, which is supposed to be based off of open source software, which is what, what's his name, moved from DJI over to these guys to Auterian? Romeo Dersher.
Yeah.
And then that here link is $700 by itself.
And they don't say what the purpose of this is, or it can
this
be
one's
used
a regular
for?
drone.
Oh, okay.
That looks like
the
a
Interceptor.
Mavic 2 Pro and a Inspire had a baby.
But
yeah,
with a spoiler. I like the spoiler in the back.
Good analogy.
It's still 10 pounds. IP55 waterproof, 30-knot wind resistance. That's for 43 minutes. Wow.
But this is the thing: is would it really be a lot cheaper than a helicopter? Because I mean, I'm sure to get a certification like that's probably going to be as hard as becoming a regular pilot. So is the amount you get paid per hour still going to be astronomical?
We don't know.
Well, the thing about a helicopter, when you're renting a helicopter, for a project, you're paying for the moment that takes off wherever the heliport is in order to get to your project, and then do the work and go back to the heliport pad, and that's your cost. So you're paying travel time both directions, plus the time of the lift.
Yeah, you pay full flight time.
Yeah, return on investment on this, if you own this, would probably be pretty good.
Well, and two, being such a new industry too, prices aren't even really there yet. People are going to have to set their own prices, and that could be $500,000 an hour probably.
You got to. We've talked about this before. We're the first generation of drone pilots and flyers. I mean, in 2 years from now, the way they set up that FRIA, the FAA integrated flight areas, like the AMA sites, I can't personally, I don't have any land to sit around and try and get certified as a FRIA approved site. And those things are only good for, 24 months? Does anybody remember?
I don't know. I don't know what they're good for.
The approval by the FAA?
I can't imagine any real drone flights with stuff like this is going to be done by people. It's probably more computer or
commercial, yeah.
But computerized, where you don't have to do. You ever see these displays that they do in China or Japan with like hundreds of drones, and they make it shapes and pictures? That's not done by hands, hands-on. That's all computerized.
Yeah, that's programmed. Yep.
So I can't imagine.
Yeah,
but it's all about whether they.
A drone refueling an F-18.
Chris Hope wrote that down.
It's just a flying tanker?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you don't need people anymore. We're going to be hanging out with Dan and his robot. He's going to be programming us. We're going to all be Vector 1, 2, and so on.
You think about it, that's just a flying tanker up there rolling around.
And some guy in an office flying it like a video game. That's what they were doing all these years, training you with Xbox and PlayStation. Getting you to learn how to fly these things at home. Steve disappeared.
The kids know how to do it.
That's what I'm saying. You just
you
brought up with it.
like you were saying, Carlos, how it might be all computerized, but it's all whether people are willing to give that full autonomy to something like that without having to have somebody there. Because it's like self-driving cars, people still aren't ready to give a car full.
Oh no, you still got to be on site, or you got to be there. I would think.
I agree with that. Do you think people are more apt to go with the self-driving car or the self-delivering drone?
A generation from now, maybe yes, but there's still
I would say the drone before the car. There's
Gotta
already
say hello
been
to
too many
Stevie.
accidents.
Stevie, what's up? Capture Life
Captured
Connection.
Life.
I'll be back in just a second, Jim.
Okay,
so like I said, I think that in 10 years, the technology for self-driving cars is going to be so finely tuned that I think that the next generation would probably be willing to let go of the steering wheel and not have anything to actually control it.
Well, Steve will tell you, they've been testing them out in California. Don't they have their own lanes for testing these things? Because I know they were doing. Yeah, they were doing the self-driving trucks.
In California, of all places where there's so much traffic, they're going to give these cars a whole lane. I would be amazed. I would be very surprised.
Is it all tracked with GPS? Because if it's that, it has to be something more reliable than
No,
that.
it's GPS and LiDAR. The whole thing is surrounded with LiDAR sensors.
Okay.
Light detection and ranging.
Okay.
It's insane because it'll keep everybody at a certain distance apart. You know what I mean? So traffic is all flowing. You're an official 40 feet from the other guy.
Right.
Well, I think traffic jams and stuff are going to be a thing of the past once all these cars are self-driving and they can talk to each other on like a massive internet system, like its own, you know what I'm saying? Because then they're going to take out all that human error of braking and inadvertently going in and out of lanes for no reason.
Caterpillar effect.
It's not going to be interesting when you have half
self-driving cars, because there's nothing I'm going to like more than setting a destination, go to sleep, and wake me up when we get there, you know?
Right.
I agree with you.
Well, you could do that on well, no, not really. That's what AMTRAK was kind of designed for, but it got expensive. You put your own car in the train, and then you go get a sleeping quarters. But it is quite expensive.
Is it? How much is that? I was thinking of that to get to Florida, maybe, because Charlie doesn't like to fly. Train and drive. What do you think, Charlie?
AMTRAK.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
It can be more expensive than flying. I've seen it.
But if you're afraid of flying, it's a nice way to go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or not afraid, but just.
I'll get on a plane. It just it requires a certain amount of alcohol. That's all. not a problem.
Sedatives.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to see the. Let's just see the site. I don't want to see the.
Hobo.
So you got 500 destinations.
Where do they leave from? All different places, I guess.
This is the one I was talking about, the auto train. You put your car in the train, and then, let's see.
I like that.
I know they leave from New York and Washington.
They do.
There you go. San Francisco to Lorton, Virginia is how much? Oh, we got to put dates in?
Put it a month from now so they don't bang you. Or
All right,
months from
let's depart date, July 9th.
There you go.
Return date, August 10th.
That's a month? Really? Okay.
Well, let's just see.
Yeah.
Fine train.
Choo-choo.
170.
Oh, and then you got to buy the room. Well, how does... Am I reading this right?
Well, the coach would be just a seat with everybody else in an open car. That's a private room for $638.
It's not bad.
Nope, not at all.
Not really.
How many? How long of a trip? 2 days?
It was going to be $700 for me to go from my house to Chris Hope's for that spin up that they were having in 2019. $754, I think it was. I showed Steve and Ron.
Quick question, Jim. Is that per person? How do they figure this price out?
I don't know because you bring
One
in your
adult?
car.
That's what I'm saying. So if I put 2 adults, same price.
Well, the sleeping cabins are different sizes too, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Look at
No
this. This
idea.
is from Virginia to Sanford, Florida. So
Can
that's
you do New York to Orlando or wherever in Florida?
Yeah, let's see.
what
Modified
happens?
trip. Let's
Yeah.
do a new search.
NYC.
Well, how do you put that in? Oh, right there. Let's try it. It might have to. Yeah, you can. Moynihan Train Hall must be in. Oh, it is Penn Station. Okay, and then to Orlando. ORL. There you go. Probably get better off getting off in Sanford. Less traffic, but okay, July. Okay, that's still a month. You want me to change the date?
Yeah, only with July. Do April. Just try April 28th.
Yeah,
Well, do the actual,
date. Yeah.
do the actual date like Charlie said.
It won't let me do April. Oh, you want to do 2022? I don't know if it'll let us.
Yeah,
Try
well,
it.
Oh, well, okay. April, let's say 22nd. Oh, what date is this? All right, let's
Actually,
see
the
what
day
that is.
before. Do the 27th. April
Wait a minute.
27th.
I got to change this one to April too.
April 27th.
I'm doing that, and then come over here and put the return date. To April,
May 1st.
May 1st.
Yeah, May 1st.
Let's just see what it says. I'm hitting no returning stations, no matching stations.
Wait, what do you mean return? You can't come back?
Wait a minute. It says NYP. I'm trying to pick. You see me doing it, right?
I did.
New York.
And now I'm clicking on it. Let me just click on New York City, New York City.
At Penn
Then it's
Station,
telling me Penn Station.
right?
Penn Station. I clicked it. It says no matching stations.
It
To
might be
Orlando.
giving you the
It went back to
listing.
New York. Oh, New York Penn Station, NYP. That's what
Yeah.
that is.
It might be doing that because
Is the Orlando one wrong?
that'll pick up passengers but not vehicles.
Oh, yeah, look. Sanford is an auto train station. Okay, let's look at the New York one. Lorton, Virginia is the closest. So you can't do the auto train from New York City. You got to go drive down to
Virginia
Norton,
first.
Virginia. And then
What is that? 7 hours, Charlie,
to Virginia? No.
from New York?
I know someone that did it from New York. That doesn't seem
6,
right.
7, 6. I don't know. 5.
To Sanford. Okay, so if you get a nice comfy room and your car is getting towed there, 638 is not bad.
280 for a coach for as little time as he'll be on there isn't bad neither.
Yeah.
This is now back to California. LOR, right? Yes.
Why is it? No, that's Lorton, Virginia.
Oh,
Lorton, Virginia to Sanford, which is just north of Orlando.
how long is the trip?
Oh, man. I can drive there in 24 hours. So where does it say that? I don't know.
Right there.
It says
4 o'clock and
right there in the
8:58.
middle,
Is
in
that-
between.
16 hours.
Oh yeah, you definitely want to get a room then.
I don't know. I was stuck in the airport for 2 days.
Yeah, I remember that trip.
Lorraine, that was coming back with you.
Yeah,
Is that Las
yeah.
Vegas?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. You had problems and Matt had problems, and I just whizzed through, no issues.
The other guy
Jim,
we were with.
Jim had problems.
Well, the other guy we were with, Matt, they canceled his entire ticket. He had to buy another. Tell us the situation again, Lorraine.
Oh well, basically they totally messed up his ticket entirely, and he ended up buying another ticket. And then the funny thing is, like, Matt lives about 3 hours north of me, but they landed him here in Calgary, and he ended up spending the night in Calgary in the airport before they could carry him on to Edmonton. And I said, well, you damn fool, why didn't you let me know? You could have, come and crashed at my place, right? Because he didn't tell me this until after.
Right. Yeah, I didn't hear about it till I read it on Facebook.
Oh. You did.
Is his internet going?
Yeah, it's Canadian.
Gets cold.
Well, some of them have. I know Jody has got. Jody, you have that Starlink, don't you?
Do you mean to say Justin?
No, Jody, Drone Shots.
Oh, you're talking to the chat. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I would love to get Starlink.
Could
try it out.
Throughput.
I think
I should have. I was going to get it for right over here for a building that I manage, and I should have got on the reservation list because now the reservation list is out until 2024 for the area here. But it was going to be late 2021 for making getting a receiver.
Matt, you look like a freaking pirate every time I see you. It's like, shiver me timbers. He looks like a pirate. Shirt halfway down.
Swashbuckle.
He's just like Johnny Depp from Australia. I don't know. Anyway, good evening, Matt. You're looking good. How are you?
I know what he is.
Matt, your mic's muted, Matt.
He's doing his ventriloquist act again.
Ventriloquist. And for those that don't hear him,
I heard what he just said.
Anyways, gonna run, guys. Have a great night.
Have a good night.
adios. Take
You
care.
too.
Mr. Tater in the house.
All this foreign internet, man, is just crazy.
You'll figure it out.
Loren's internet was locking up there.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on.
Matt froze.
There he
Yeah.
is. I think I heard him.
Oh.
I heard you.
Push the
Burped.
button again.
Now
There you
There we
go.
go.
Yeah.
Hey. And then there was voice.
it was set right. I just had to go back out of that setting and go back into it, and it bloody works now. I'll tell you something, Carlos. Our heritage is our family tree is Portuguese from the Azores, and we've got Portuguese pirates in our family. Can you believe that? So there you go.
Got the look.
Now it's not so funny.
Got to say hello to Mark. Tater Rogers is here. Unlimited Vertical joined us.
Am I the only one that sees it when you look at him? You guys don't see it?
Now I do.
No, I do.
Pirate? You don't see the actor in Pirate?
I'm waiting for the
Shirt
ear to
halfway
be hanging down. The
All you
ear
need is
hanging
like a
down.
ruffled long sleeve.
No, a longer, dangling one, you know?
And a parrot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to have the parrot on the
You
shoulder.
can put the Emax Tiny Hook on your shoulder and be a drone pirate. Drone
You
parrot.
can put Adrian on your shoulder, Matt.
Parrot would make more sense, I'm kind of guessing, if a parrot was talking to me. So
Well, at least it flies.
Better company.
yeah.
I knew you'd get that.
That's probably the funniest thing you've ever said, Jim. Oh dear, how is everyone today?
No complaints
good,
so far.
Pretty
So
good.
good.
That's fantastic. My work's dried up here, man. I'll tell you. You know, I haven't worked
Really?
for a couple. Yeah, haven't worked for a couple of months.
I mad at
And,
you.
Wait,
For taking that
months?
time off? Yeah,
I
he's
thought
been
you-
out his. Whoa.
Oh, that's right. No, I
He's been at
remember
his
about that.
mom's.
Yeah. But before that, I remember he was doing Saturday trips. Or
It looks to be like most of the weekend's going to be, most of the work is going to be over Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. So,
Hey, Jim's droning. What internet do you have available up there? I honestly don't know.
Captain Hook.
I know that Jody had told me that Drone Shots said he had Starlink.
Cardasso, Kenny has Starlink.
$99 a month, right? But I heard that there was $500 for put
Dish.
the dish up.
Right.
No,
Yeah, but
you get it as a kit.
And it's super easy to do. The dish actually moves and finds the satellites by itself. It's not like
cool.
setting up a satellite like the
TV.
cable companies used to do. Yeah.
Yeah, it follows it.
And not only that, it's self-heating in the wintertime where it'll shed the snow right off from it.
$99 a month. This is internet. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
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 What's the speed on that? Anybody know?
Upload especially.
Kenny was getting 150 down, and I forget what it was going up. But by the time remember, this is still beta testing. They're saying it's going to be 300 down and 40 up. The last I heard.
Oh, that's not that impressive then. I mean, Verizon does that now.
But they're putting up more satellites every time they launch. They send up like 10 more satellites.
That's
pretty
impressive.
No, but I know people that are getting like 150
No,
up
no,
and down.
no. But come on.
You're talking about wired, though.
They're putting up
wired.
300 satellites in the air to cover the world.
Mm-hmm.
So they're opening it up now because they only have a partial amount up. I only get 100 down and 10 up as a cable system that's been here for 40
Spectrum,
years.
right? Spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get 200 down, 12 up. I
It
used to
doesn't
get
matter
20.
who owns it. They never upgrade the system.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Exactly, Mark. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. To clarify, every time they send a rocket up, that's 60 satellites, every single rocket payload.
Yeah, because I heard they were planning on putting 2,000 up there.
Yeah.
What did I say? 300? I thought it was 3,000. Whatever.
No.
Wow.
This is Matt's video.
No, this is a picture from the top of the volcano I was in. Don't know if you can see that.
Yeah. That's the moon of the volcano, is it?
It is.
What the hell are you wearing? You got a G-string on. Come back in that. Zoom in. That's a friggin' G-string.
No.
What? Did I see right? Can you do that again?
Yeah, zoom in on that again. Look at that. Look at Matt's G-string.
What the?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
It does.
That is a G-string.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
That's my hand.
Hold on.
That's
I
my-
gotta take a picture of that.
Yeah, that or
that.
it's a tan
Hold
one
on.
or the other.
You're one
That's
of those
my
millennial
hand.
pirates. That's all. It's okay.
Wait a minute. Put that back.
Put it back.
Oh my God.
They want your butt.
We're studying this G-string probability here. Where the hell is it?
Jim's going to run it through Davinci.
I sense
and
another
get that,
video coming.
It's no, that's where my hand was, mate.
No hand can go across and like down the crack.
Right.
Well, the crack's got its own shadow.
Uh-huh.
That's the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Put it back up.
Oh my God.
Who was that next to you, by the way?
Charlie and I have our reasons.
That's Andrew Altschwager down in Mount Gambier.
Zoom in.
That's
good.
my hand.
That's good.
That's
Dan.
my hand.
Wait.
Wait,
Right?
No. I need a better one. Hold on.
That's not your
There
hand.
we go.
Where's the? Oh, I see now the hand. But the hand has nothing to do with what's going horizontally across your waist. That's what we're looking at. We can see the crack and we can see the
That's
horizontal.
ass crack.
You're busted, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
We won't judge you. It's okay.
It was a big night at the club, you know. It was,
We'll strictly keep Matt. We'll strictly keep this
That's how he
between
pays for his
us and
drones.
YouTube. Don't worry about it.
We'll just label that one Matt Crack.
just the six of us, all right, and don't tell anyone.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you just put it on the educational side of YouTube, you know.
That's right, but make sure you mark not suitable for children.
Not
Now-
suitable for anybody.
Save money on laundry. You know how many times I have some customers that have these shoes where the laundry falls down into the basement. Every now and then you see the masks, but they kind of look like thongs, so you're not sure what's going on down there in the basket. You see the string?
Yeah.
Chris, that's good. That's good, Chris. just for men.
Yee.
Oh dear.
Wow.
Yeah. Why the hell not? You know.
No, why the hell? Yes.
Well, what happened was I had my camera set for some freaking reason, as in burst shots. So I was just going to keep taking burst shots. So I just wanted one photo. Doof, off you go. Anyway, so I started doing burst shots. Doof, doof. So we're doing all this stupid shit. And I said, turn around, chuck the freaking camera around here. Off we go. And yeah, there you go. So that's just. It's not actually very well. It is well exposed, isn't it? But it's not very. It's not very focused, to be honest. They're pretty shitty photos.
Hey,
I
Justin.
think we all appreciate that it's not focused.
No.
Did you see what Marcel is saying?
No, I'm not in the. I don't have the chat pulled up.
It says, "Is your crypto as screwed as his?"
It's way down, but crypto is a long-term thing. I mean, you have to just sit on it.
Buy more.
But the thing is right now Dogecoin's going for like, I think it's down to 33 cents last time I checked per coin. So if you spend $20, you can get like 40, 50 coins and just sit on it. And then they have the potential, even if they go to $1,000 a coin, that's $40,000 you just made off of $20.
All right. So what happened? They just went down since you bought them. They went down.
Well, the thing is, it's whales. What they call whales right now are dumping and they're shorting crypto right now, and all these whales are putting hundreds of millions of dollars trying to short it. Is what's happening.
Why?
But it will go back up.
What's up, Adrian?
What's going on, Charles? How you doing, man?
How are you? Doing well, thank you.
But I was gonna say I bought 49 Doge coins for $20.
What's up, mate?
What's going down, mate? How you been?
I'm doing all right, man.
Brian says he's gone blind. Matt.
Yeah.
Brian, did you see I played your video?
Oh, look, mate. I watched that 100 times. It was the funniest freaking thing. It almost looked like it had no juice in the battery. It just took off, went flop, right? And it was just so funny, man.
With the Star Wars music in the back.
Yeah. I think I wrote in there, the only force at work here was gravity.
Hey, somebody wrote in, well, at least you didn't break the height limit.
So
that's fantastic.
So Jim, I just put up the YouTube so I can pop out the chat, and there's a freaking ad playing on your stuff.
Always.
Yeah,
There's an ad on everybody's.
Yep.
Yep. I've seen channels with 10 subscribers have ads on their channel now.
I think it won't play an ad if your video has a copyright claim.
No, it will, but it will just go
really?
to the person that has the copyright claim. The money that gets split between YouTube and the copyright holder.
Right. I thought that was a loophole.
Yeah.
I'll be buggered.
All they're doing, putting ads on everybody and cutting out the middleman because they're not paying the video producer.
But
You know,
say oh, go ahead, Matt.
I was going to say, the only ads I ever see in front of anybody's videos, well, number one is manscaping for some reason, and number two, StreamYard.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I just saw that.
Fucking hell.
We got a new one here. A liberal Democrat out of Georgia comes on when Jim's show started tonight. I about threw up while I was on the screen with him.
I didn't know that.
What happened?
A political?
A Stacey Abrams political ad came up with the start of Jim's show tonight.
Oh, you're kidding.
No.
Man.
But see, this is the thing, Charlie, is like, say you have music that you own the rights to, and I use it on my video.
Right.
YouTube will copy claim my video, but then they'll split the revenue with you and give you the revenue for it. And then my video can stay up and use your music, but you'll make whatever money my video makes.
Okay, and maybe it's just coincidental. I wasn't seeing video.
Vertical Ron has joined us.
Yeah,
Hello,
Jim, I got to drop out. It's dinner time for us here. So thank you for having me in. Gentlemen, good to see everybody. Everybody in chat, take care.
See you, man. Take care.
See you, Steve.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Ron, must be getting warm there, mate. You got a T-shirt on today. I don't think I've seen you one of them for years.
Yeah, it's well, it was hot as heck, but Mother Nature is having her second menstrual cycle for the weekend. It's, oh my God, these clouds up above me here are not looking happy.
That's the only state, Matt, I've ever seen where it could be 100 degrees outside and hail the size of baseballs.
Yep.
Literally.
Yeah. Well, that's what Queensland does, mate. It's it might be, I don't know what it is. I mean, we're on similar sort of to the equator to you, Jim, and we get summer storms like that. It'd be hot as shit, and then the next day it'll be sunny and humid as all crap because everything's wet. You know?
Yeah. It was 104 here yesterday.
Wow.
That's Florida weather.
And we were only at 80.
Hey, I may have just landed a big job today. Oh my God. The apartments that we stay at, they're all over North Dakota and actually out of state. And the head marketing people were here today and put together a little, I don't know, some kind of get together party. And I met some of the marketing people, had quite a chat with them and showed them some of my work. And I might start doing a lot of advertisement work for them. So
good. Nice.
Could be
that's awesome, man.
Yeah. So both with drones and I showed them some of my 360 work, which they're looking for. And then that new camera, Jim. I bought a fluid head for my tripod. Oh my God, what a difference does that make in your videography? Woo!
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it
Jim.
really helps.
Jim.
Yeah.
Stand up. Move around.
I know.
They told you to move around.
I'm moving my leg.
All right.
Yeah.
What's up, Ron Lockwood?
Carlos, Mr. Prick, how are you?
Just doing my best at being a prick.
That boy. Expect nothing less out of you.
What's up, Curious George? How you doing?
Frigate.
You look dark today. Talking to you, Adrian. Oscuro. Negro. You good? You tired? What's up?
Just freaking tired, man.
Had a big day.
What's going on, Ron? Damn, white boy, I didn't even see you there, man. You glowing.
Glowing.
Yeah, buddy.
He's so white. He's wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
You're getting the sun through the window there.
Yeah.
Actually, you're not wearing a white T-shirt for once.
Yeah. Yeah. Look
going
at
on there?
this cloud coming up here. Like I said, Mother Nature is a little bitchy.
Wow.
Yeah, there's been some lightning in there, and I think there's some hail in that too. I got to look at the radar, but
It was like that today here.
I wonder if he just got off work and he's on his way home, Matt. Because he was just at work the other day. Now, I know Chris Hope is at a hotel for his job.
Yeah.
Are you on your way home from work, Ron?
no, I'm on my way in. I got a really screwy shift this week. I'm working tonight and then all day tomorrow till 8 o'clock tomorrow night, and then at 24 on Thursday. I get to go home Friday. But I call it Oregon money.
Yeah.
Paying for that trip to Oregon and Washington. Oh.
Paying for that trip to Queensland, Australia.
Yeah. I'm still saving my United points, buddy.
How much would
Good on
that
you,
be,
mate.
Ron? How much would that be? Have you even looked into that?
Matt, what'd you say about a year or so ago? It was like 1,200 or something
I was
round
just going
trip.
to say about $1,200.
Yeah, return.
You want to
Yeah.
sit in a plane for that long, though? You got it in you?
Not really, but I do want to come to Australia, though.
You know, it's, I don't know.
I want to go and not leave.
Yeah.
They're building absolutely. I'm not going to keep going on it, but every square inch is being built on here.
Oh my God, yeah. It's actually, Jim. It's actually getting worse everywhere. Even my little community, it's getting bad. Real bad.
What do you mean it's getting bad? Populated?
Yeah, yeah. Everybody, especially out in the Midwest, people are coming from California, Washington, Oregon. You know what it's all about: love and peace and liberals. I probably shouldn't talk like that on your channel, but the people who have had it are coming to states like South Dakota that has a strong, hot, good-looking Republican governor.
She's gorgeous.
Oh, she's good to go, man. Whew.
I saw her. She's on the spotlight right now because of is it the bathroom thing? The male, females trying to keep them separated.
Oh yeah. She said, "No, that's not going to happen in our state." She said, and the whole it was the women or the men trying to go into gender. Yeah, she's not putting up with that.
Whatever happened to when we worried about perverts? Now we don't worry about them anymore?
They don't exist.
Yeah. Neither does anything. Nothing but COVID exists. Did you hear that?
You can walk into a woman's bathroom and just say, "I feel like a woman today," and they can't stop you.
I sent you guys.
My wife went to try on some clothes, and there's men right next to her. In the
really?
You know, there's no male female anymore. She was like, "Really?" She don't like that at all.
Unfortunately,
department store.
Here in Gainesville today, they're celebrating LGBT Elemental P. So the whole damn day. I mean, the whole week.
Month.
That's supposed to be
it's a whole month in June.
Yep.
Month of June.
The Center for Disease Control has announced you can stop moving to Florida now. Your states are getting rid of your mask rules.
It's disgusting. I have a friend, he's in the reserve. He goes, "It's crazy. They spend the whole month celebrating queers in one day for Veterans Day. It's like something's wrong here."
Did you see this one, Carlos? This is the one where they caught a hospital rigging 51 heart attack deaths to COVID so they could get paid.
Oh, yeah. They've been doing that forever. That's kidding me. More people are dying. 99-year-old people are dying of COVID. Not old age.
Hospitals have been counting patients who die from serious.
This is from a newscast. I don't know. 51 deaths of heart attacks were counted as. I can't tell what channel it is. I sent it to you guys on Facebook.
That's why I don't buy all the numbers. Ron, did you get COVID the second time or no? That was just like a cold.
I don't know. I had some of the symptoms, but some of the not. The doctor felt that I had pneumonia though.
Did he take a chest X-ray?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was full of crap. Well, most people would say that anyhow, but I had a lot of junk in my lungs.
But
he wanted to admit me in the hospital for IV antibiotics. I'm like, no.
Sense of taste and smell?
Didn't lose that.
Oh, okay.
But
crazy.
Hey, you know what I wasn't aware of? You think that when you go to the hospital and they give you antibiotics, everyone thinks antibiotics they're good, they don't hurt you, they don't do anything. There's a certain type of antibiotic that was actually administered to one of my mother's friends. She had an infection after a operation, and they ploughed her with this antibiotic. This is like 6 or 7 years ago. They ploughed her with this antibiotic, and all of a sudden she's got liver cancer. Now, I was reading up on it, and there is a certain type of antibiotic that they use for the infections and what have you that can cause it, and this is the one she was on. I wasn't aware that antibiotics were so freaking dangerous. I knew that they were starting to lose their effectiveness because it's been a lot of years since this shit's been out, and everything starts to
mutate,
change as it goes along and gets weaker.
Your body
and weaker.
gets used to them, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, she's suffering now with bloody liver cancer.
Shit.
And I wasn't aware that the antibiotics were so freaking dangerous.
Most of the side effects is liver damage. If you look at just Aleve, Tylenols, all these things. It affects your liver.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Actually, it's true. You can only take a maximum of 2,400 milligrams of ibuprofen in a 24-hour period, or it will
before you
kill
can start
your
it
liver.
again. No, and then you can do it again.
No,
in the next
because
20
I was taking 800 milligrams at a pop instead of going and getting surgery until I found out that I was actually screwing my liver. So
yeah,
I went for the surgery.
all that stuff.
And anything that doesn't come out of the ground will screw with your liver. This is the thing, you know, and the liver does everything in your body, basically. You know, it's what keeps you here. And once that starts to go, I mean, I just saw that firsthand myself. You know, everything else falls apart around it. So,
the kidneys too. You got to clean all that out.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah, I
you
was gonna
start
say
getting
the kidneys as
dialysis.
well.
That's right, mate. Yeah, that's right. I've got to drink more water. I swear to God, I'm useless with water. I really am. It can be a freaking 100. Well, I don't drink anything. I don't get thirsty. Every now and again, I get thirsty.
Do it, Matt. I had 3 years ago. I passed 45 kidney stones from not drinking water.
Well, you've done better than me. I've only had 9.
Well, I want to say it was 3, but then they did that blast, and then I had to pass the fragments.
Oh, okay.
It was most excruciating pain. It was like I swallowed a fishing hook, and someone pulled it out slowly.
Oh,
Yeah,
my God.
Yeah, it's a squid jag.
So drink your water.
Man,
I
that hurt my marble sack.
Oof.
Have you got uric acid? High uric acid, Charlie?
Hey Jim, put me up full screen. Look at what the wind's doing to this field. It is like a giant dust cloud over there. Unbelievable.
Wow, time to put the Mavic up.
Yeah.
What are you filming? Wizard of Oz?
Looks like a twister's forming.
You pulled over, didn't you?
I did. Well, I'm here
You're
at
in
the
Kansas.
I saw that grass blowing.
airport.
It's going to be airborne in a few seconds.
Hey, wait a minute, Ron. Why aren't you wearing your seatbelt?
I told you it's broken. I haven't gotten it fixed yet.
Yeah, mine's broken too. But that stupid light keeps going on in the car
Is it
with
a
a
law?
bell.
Is it a law to wear it or no?
It's a law everywhere. It's a federal law.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't stop you for not wearing it, but because it's a secondary offense. But if you get caught speeding and then not having a seatbelt, they can hit you up for the secondary offense.
Add to the demise.
Yeah.
Here we go. Not me this time.
Damn, this wind is strong. Whew. I ain't jumping to no aircraft in this crap.
No.
Are you on the helicopter tonight or the plane?
Peppers and garlic.
Plane tonight and helicopter Thursday for 24.
Bananas, I'll tell you what, I actually screwed up myself by eating bananas and peanut butter. My potassium level was way too high. And that will stop your heart. Yep.
That's what happened to Elvis.
Yep.
I never heard that before.
Oh, yeah.
I better stop eating peanut butter and bananas.
I was eating peanut butter on toast at night as a treat, you know. I thought, hey, it's natural, right? No. I get my blood work done every month. And because of the medications I'm on. And she said, I don't know what you're doing, but your potassium is way too high. I said, all I'm doing is eating peanut butter. Said, you better stop.
Wow.
Holy hell.
I know it's high in protein. I didn't know if it was high in potassium, though. The bananas are.
Bananas are.
Bananas.
Yeah.
Bananas, yeah.
Bananas.
They're also high in carbs.
You can't eat too much of this crap. I got to bring Justin in.
Even fruit. I'm learning high in carbs turns into sugar.
You're
Yeah, it's
on, Justin.
Fruit toast. Yeah.
Jim, you need to get you a stand-up desk.
I've lost 18 pounds just eating meat.
You know, that's why
Bacon.
they had those drafting desks,
Steak.
the original
Sausage.
drafting desks that came up high. So those guys were standing instead of sitting.
So I'm saying you need
Yeah.
to get one of those so you can bring your keyboard and stuff up, stand for a little bit while you're working.
Oh, yeah. What do they call that thing? I forget. I've
They
recommended
sell
that
them
to a
on
few people.
They sell them
And
on
now they
Amazon.
have them. You don't even have to lift them manually. You can press a button. They'll go. Zzz.
Yep.
You know what though, Jim? You're sitting in a camping chair, aren't you?
With a
Hey,
now
guys.
I got a cushion under
Jim,
it. Yeah.
I got to roll. I just got notified by the pilots we got tornadoes coming, so we're putting our vehicles in, and we got to button down the hatches.
Okay.
Righto, mate. Good luck with that.
All right. See you guys.
Stay on the ground.
See you,
All
mate.
right, man. Bye-bye.
Yeah, mate. The chair, but because with a camping chair, your ass is down and your legs are up, and then they're bent. You know,
On
you
that
sort of
bar.
sink into them. Yeah.
Oh, you're on
That's-
one of those folding thingamajiggers?
Yeah, it's a
Oh, okay.
a big padded camping chair with a mat on it. So
How do you
because
not-
what was happening was the end of the chair was biting, if I can use that word,
Digging in.
under the knee,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, in the thigh, and it would leave a line underneath on your thigh, right?
Just digging
I-
in.
Yeah, yeah.
Cut your circulation.
It was cutting circulation. Yes.
You need to just spend a couple $100 and get you one of those nice gaming chairs that the gamers use to sit in, because that's what keeps. They're made for sitting in for long periods of time.
What I should have done 20 years was get one of those invertible tables where you hang from your feet.
Oh God.
So if you've got a extended disc, a hyperextended discs, excellent thing to avoid surgery. Just 20 minutes a day, I think it is.
Now, Jeff, that you're hanging upside down, is that the one where it flips you?
The invertible ones,
Yeah, I
yeah.
did that. I got sick from just.
Wouldn't the blood rush to your head and then you get
That's
all
what
dizzy?
happened.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me.
Holy shit, man.
He's in South Dakota.
Why can't you hang from a chin-up bar and just stretch?
You know, I have a scar from that because did a pull-up. I had
Too
it in the
fast?
door. I had it in the doorway,
Oh, it fell down on your
and
mug.
the damn bar came up.
Oh,
Yep,
Pulled it into your chin.
yep.
Oh,
That felt
you're
great.
lucky.
Classic.
Lucky you didn't knock your teeth out, mate.
Not do you bleed? Your scalp is more. If you get the tiniest cut in your scalp, it'll bleed like a son of a bitch. But
Yeah.
not here. Not here. It wasn't bad at all. It's just a
Yeah.
bitch when shaving. I just got to be a little gentle when shaving.
ouch.
Jim,
Is that what got you into waxing?
No, waxing, I have no problems because I'm now using the Brazilian wax from last week's live stream, which is apparently learning. It's educational.
Of course. And I keep going back to that stream just for educational purposes to make sure that I've just taken it all in.
Right, doing it right. You got to lay the wax correctly.
Well, that's
I
why
know.
Matt has his shirt open. You know, he's been waxing his chest too. Look, he's got the V going.
I've gone all porn now.
It looks more like Johnny Depp look-alike here.
The Wish version.
Got Johnny Depp and Curious George over there, the movie stars. You're gonna make a movie.
It was Urkel.
Oh, that's right. It's Urkel's. Hey, do you have those glasses, Adrian?
What glasses?
Sort of like mine. You had these thick glasses, like framed glasses. You were using them a few weeks back.
I don't have the damn fake glasses, man. Those are my prescription glasses.
That's what I mean.
That's what he's talking about.
I don't have them, but those are my prescription.
Right.
What?
They're not fake, like you were saying.
I said framed.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the
that
Puerto
English
Rican.
language.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
It's the Puerto Rican. It's the Dominican listening.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever really take it, it's dummy in a can. Dummy in a can.
Say that 3 times fast, Adrian. Dummy in a can. Dummy in a Dominican.
Please don't listen to Carlos. The spirit is going to rub on you.
No, well, that's why he's called effing Carlos.
I don't think Carlos wants to rub on anyone, to be honest.
Especially him. Well, maybe
Adrian.
his head. You know, his shiny little head.
Adrian, you can do merch shirts that say "Get fucked, Carlos."
Charlie's gonna make fucking Carlos shirts. Gonna
You
sell
know,
They're on order.
Mike B, imagine all these guys who just bought that Evo 2, and now they're coming out with another Evo 2 number 2. Holy shit, would I be pissed.
Evo 2
That's going to be
too.
interesting. What about the new Mini? They're talking another new Mini before the end of the year.
Sure, because there was an open dollar value space between the Rise Tello and the original Mini. That $100 to $500 spot. We got to stick a drone in there. Bingo.
Unbelievable. Well, they reckon this new Mini coming out is going to have sensors and all sorts of shit. So,
for $399, it's not going to be any.
No. Are you talking about the upgraded Mini SE?
Yes.
Or what? Okay, no. This is another one.
No.
Third one. Yep. They're talking another one, a third one coming out with sensors and all sorts of shit.
And it's not a Pro.
Which one are you talking about?
Mini, Mavic Mini 2.
I haven't heard anything.
Mavic Mini.
Well, the Evo 2 would be worth buying now since the price dropped way down. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad buy now, but I would
like to see what they've. I would like to see what they've done. Sorry. I would like to see.
Yeah, go. Come on.
Right, I would like to see what they have with the camera that they put on the next Evo. Now, whether it's going to be another 6K or whatever it is, hopefully it's a look. I don't know, man. It's just the color of that Evo you got to really mess around with. It's a totally different thing, you know. And until you learn that, you're going to have crappy footage. Trust me.
There is some serious oversaturation on that Autel.
It's terrible.
And the photos too. It looks very fake.
But think about
you know what?
Go ahead.
Sorry, mate. It reminds me of the original Mavic Pro, filming it in one of those styles, right? Where you had, I can't even remember the name of them. I never used them, but you had these different styles that you could film in, like cinematic or something or other like that.
Right.
Now that would oversaturate everything and look like total pus. And this is what the Evo's camera reminds me of. Now, whether you can fix that in your settings before you start taking footage, I don't know. I don't know anything about the app. But a lot of people, I think, love oversaturated.
Well, because they use that Skylum app and they overblow the colors in every photo they have known to man.
Right.
Isn't this a great sunset? It's purple.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I mean, you know, that comes down to an artistic thing, right? It's like painting a picture. It's what you like and that's what you do, right? I don't personally like that shit, but I just called it shit. So sorry, anyone in the chat who likes that shit. Now it all comes, same with color grading. It all comes down to a personal choice and how you want it to look. It seems to be like maybe a freaking trend that everything oversaturated is fantastic.
Yeah.
You make a dull picture look like crap. Now, I did a HDR picture, I don't know, months ago, maybe a year ago, and I put it in one of my videos. But what I did, when I got it in Davinci, man, I pulled those freaking colors right out of it. I pulled it right down. It was just above what it would normally be there, but it wasn't oversaturated to the point of, you know, you've got to wear sunnies when you look at the photo.
Right.
And you know, some people go and things like Filmora and not Filmora. What's that app that Ron uses?
iMovie?
No, for his photos.
Oh, Skylum.
Is it Skylum
or Power Director?
No, he uses Skylum.
There was another one. Anyway, people do horrendous stuff in that. You know, I mean, I don't know. I just like a more natural picture. You know,
think about how much you'd be able to get an Evo 2 now, like a used one, because the price of the new ones dropped so much. You should be able to get a brand new one for like $700, or a used one that's good in good condition for probably $700-800.
Yeah, man.
Because they're not holding their value though, because Evo went and dropped the price by like $600 or $700.
Because they're coming out with another edition of the Evo 2.
Yeah, but DJI doesn't ever drop their prices. Look how much the Pro still costs. Yeah. And that's what, 3-4 years old now, the Pro 2.
Which
you're still buying a Spark for like $300 secondhand.
But that holds its value though. You can always resell that Spark damn near close to what you paid for it.
It does, and same with the Mavic Pros. The first Pro coming out as a Flymore combo are still around. They're not much more expensive than the bloody Spark itself, because I could say for example, here in Australia, I can buy a Spark Flumel combo for like $400, $350 to $400. So there's your 3 batteries, all that sort of shit. A Mavic Pro, original Mavic Pro, you can pick up for $700. So for $300 more, you got a Mavic Pro. And they're not moving. Those prices are the same. And yet you can go out and buy a brand new drone, a Mini or something like that, for that sort of money, but they're still opting to get these second-hand ones. So I don't know what the hell that's about. But anyway,
for the lower price?
The second-hand ones, yeah. Well, yeah. You're basically paying, say you wanted a Mavic Pro, you're paying the same amount of money for a new a Mini 2, right? So you can buy yourself a brand new Mini 2, or you can buy a second-hand Mavic Pro. What do you want? They don't go for the new one. They'll buy the Mavic Pro. There's so many on sale.
Are they still making the batteries for those? They support them?
I don't think so, mate. I don't think so.
I'm surprised they would buy that then.
There is an aftermarket for them. Same with the Spark. You can
Same
buy
with the Inspire ones too. There's an aftermarket for batteries for those too.
Yep.
Why wouldn't you want the Mavic Pro original than the Mini over the Mini?
Somebody that doesn't know a lot about drones, though, maybe they're getting into their first one and they decide they want that one because it's bigger.
Yeah. And to be honest, look, the Mavic Pro's camera is okay. It all depends what you want, But I upgrade drones for cameras. I don't upgrade them for sensors and freaking active tracks and all sorts of shit.
No.
Shit's about that.
Camera.
It does.
Hey, listen, let me show you this Fairlight real quick, Matt.
Yep.
This is what I was talking about. If you've put in the Fairlight VST files, you can go up and search and hit Shift 8 1, 2, 3 times, and it'll bring up there are 515 sound files in here that you can automatically pick from. So you don't have to go searching up in the search bar. You can just put star up in there. And
let me listen to something.
Well, shit. I don't have the
capabilities.
No, I don't have the sound. Are you hearing it?
Yeah.
I'll do that again. Oh yeah. What is it? A door or something?
Is it just audio files or is it VST? Because
These are
VST
just
are sound, are usually like effects, at least in the audio programs I have.
The VSTs are sounds, or I'm not going to say software effects, but
usually it is
all
software effects or an instrument.
Instruments, yeah.
Okay.
And then they'll do synthesizers.
Gotcha.
Making the
Well, that is a VST. Exactly right. Yeah, you're right, Charlie. I got a lot of VSTs. Fantastic. Old Hammonds and Rhodes and all that sort of stuff, which I use.
As a musician, you should have a shitload.
Yeah, I got heaps of VSTs.
You can load all those VSTs in.
I do. It's a whole separate rig than what I do my videos on. I keep
Yes, it is.
Well, the idea is to make different channels out of these little stupid sound files. Or, of course, a door slam is a door slam.
Yeah. Well, that's good because normally I cheat a little bit. I wanted a didgeridoo on the beginning of one of my videos ages ago. So you try and get a free didgeridoo sound. It's near impossible. So you go sample and you push it and it goes, does its all busy. So what do? I grab my microphone and I record it next to my speakers. Buggy your membership. I'm using that file that I just made.
They're not cheap. I was looking at Audio Alliance. Holy shit, $250 for a VST pack.
Even more.
Yeah, they're up there. Because generally they're worth it.
I got a VST pack that emulates, it sounds like a real acoustic drum set, and that's at least $400 and change. And then the additional packs for that.
Yeah, why is that so expensive?
Because it sounds exactly like a drummer.
True.
Yeah.
And, and you can manipulate it, and you don't have to be a drummer.
But these are just the originals that came with Davinci.
Right.
The 515 file. It's 1.5 gigabytes of files. Now, Matt, you should have
free,
that.
Right? This is not the free version you download, is it?
No, this is the studio version.
Gotcha.
Let me have a look.
This is the file path. Let me see. It should be.
See, I don't use sound effects as such in my videos.
Yeah, right there. Blackmagic Fairlight Sound Library Windows. And there's the EXE. You double click on it and say run as administrator, and it automatically inputs them into what it's called the Blackmagic Fairlight Sound Library. There's, of course, Windows and Mac editions.
Wow. Those are all your choices? Different sounds? Is that what I'm reading?
Yeah, well, there's 515. See, it's a gigabyte on here, but it turns out to be a gigabyte and a half on the computer of actual sound files.
Can you add to that?
Yes, that's what we're just talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, add for more money? Sorry, Matt.
You can make your own and save it as a VST. Yeah.
Okay. And what is voice soundtrack? Is that what? Or
Virtual. I'm forgetting now.
Sound.
Hang on. Right. Okay. This is interesting. I've just opened up Davinci and I've gone into my sound library there, and it's got download Davinci Resolve's free sound library.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to download that.
Virtual studio technology. That's right. Developed by Steinberg, the audio company.
Well, you'll see that. There's that in your preferences too. See, when you get to the audio, I don't have any video plugins, but there's the Steinberg VST plugins.
Right.
And then any VST plugins I've bought. And then there's the Blackmagic sound library I put in.
Oh, wow. So if I installed this on my music computer, I'd have access to all my VSTs through this.
Actually, you would. You see the available plugins here?
Mm-hmm.
They would all be listed there.
Yep. Just like my mastering software does the same thing.
Yep. So, in other words, if you have a lead guitar track, a bass guitar track, and a drum kit track, you add the three of them together, mix it, and create your own song.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Of course.
That's what I use. That's what I do exactly in my studio. I use Steinberg's Cubase for that.
Hey, Jim, to change the subject a little bit, that Tello gets fucking hot.
Yes, it does.
Tello?
Yep.
Yeah, that thing gets hot as hell.
That was a fun little bird to play with.
I figured out how to hook an Xbox controller up to it to control it.
You can use, what is it, TSID or something like that?
You can use Xbox and PS4 controllers.
I've heard, yeah, I've seen videos of that. It goes up to 99 feet now.
Now, another thing is with if you've always used DJI, like the DJI Phantom 4 and all that, not the Mavic 2 Pro, but every other drone, the Phantom 4, the Inspire, the X5, the X5S and all that, when you put your clips in, you can do the input device transform and put the DJI D-gamut, D-log on that file.
Oh, my back.
It's not really a LUT. It's the way that DJI designed it in the first place to be used with their D-log. Even the Phantom 4 gets its own D-log. And the ISO, Matt, in case you didn't know, on those drones is locked at 500.
Locked
At 500 ISO.
What drone was that?
Oh, let's say the Phantom 4, even the X5S.
So you can't change the ISO in manual.
No, once in manual you can, but if you're going for D-log, once you're in H265 and running D-log, the damn thing's ISO is stuck at 500. Period.
Hey Jim, I'm going to bed, man. Thank you for having me, buddy.
All right, brother.
Good night to everybody, man.
See you, Adrian. Nice to see you, mate.
Take it easy. Have a
Take
good night.
care, man.
Good night,
Keep
man.
Rest up, brother.
Yeah, I'll put him to sleep with this fucking nerd talk.
Well, if you make your first node if you take your first node and make it your input, right? And so your first node would be the color space that DJI made for that drone. Where's the D log? Right there. There's the D gamut. Boom.
No, go down one. Yeah, right click it.
I put the D gamut on it. And then you just hit Alt S, make yourself a couple of extra ones, because you're starting off with your first one's going to be noise reduction. Then you're going to go with your D-log, D-gamut. Then you're going to go over here with a white balance, color correction, and then start coloring your secondaries with your power windows and the rest of it. And you can shut the noise reduction off because you don't know if it needs it yet. But there's an order of operations to anything you do, including Davinci Resolve. An order of operations. So let's say saturation takes precedence over color in a node. That is in chapter 140 of the manual. In other words, if you have your saturation down here, Matt, and then you have, where's the other color? The color, not temp and tint or nonsense. Temperature, and the tint, you're either going warmer or cooler.
No. Temperature you are, not tint. No.
Yeah, I'm seeing temperature and tint here.
Yeah.
I'm talking about color space versus saturation. That's contrast. That's hue.
Well, do your contrast with that, and then use your highs and lows, or you can use your gain and gamma.
There.
And lift.
Color boost versus saturation. You're actually offsetting, because the saturation is the one that takes precedence over the color boost. So if you're doing the both in the same node, you're fighting each other.
I never do color boost.
Well, some of these idiots who I watch, and I'm going to call them idiots, who do DaVinci Resolve tutorials, they're doing stuff in 2 and 3 nodes. And it's like, are you insane? You got to separate this stuff out.
Well, you do. They have more control over it, because every node for... Look, I don't know. I did that little tiny tutorial thing on that Sky a couple of weeks ago, and I just did a really quick color grade in one node, and that took care of my color, contrast, and midtones and all that sort of shit, just in one node. But that was a really quick done. If you really want to stuff around with it, then every change you do to it, pop it in and node label it to what it is, saturation, contrast, or whatever it is, so that if you want to change any aspect of that, you're only changing that aspect of that image. You know, it's a lot. It is easy. It looks complicated, and they're thinking, "Oh my God, look at all these nodes," but they're really self-explanatory. And this is
Bill.
what
Jim, you saw that? Mitchell Drones.
Hey, Bill, I got it up on there. Thank you very much, Bill. Go ahead, Matt. Go back.
You forgot what he was saying.
Yeah.
I want to know what the word node means. So what is a node?
A node is like a sequence in Adobe Premiere Pro. But you're not using sequence. A node is, take this one. What Matt's talking about is, all right, you're going to right click on this one, and then you're going to go ahead and label it as noise reduction. Even though you don't have it on. You'll see the noise reduction later. Then you're coming over here and you're doing white balance. WB. And you're coming over here and you're doing CC, color correction.
And the order that they're in also affects the down the line. Correct?
Well, yes, sir. Absolutely. And that's the point we're getting to. There's an order of operations in the manual. Now, I can sit here and take this clip and make a still out of it. And if I do that, if I create a still, grab still, it will sit there and grab all these nodes.
Right. So it's taking a snapshot of your nodes.
Right. So I can turn around to another one and install the still by double clicking.
Cool.
Apply grade. See?
And this is exactly why, if I ever start my own drone business, I'm hiring some 19-year-old kid out of college to do this shit. Screw all that.
It's good to know, though. You have control over your art.
It's a good idea.
And
Get
if you go
somebody
and
else to
put,
do it.
if you go and stick a LUT on, don't forget this is something Matt and I were talking about. Matt, you're going to do a tutorial on that? On the LUT?
LUTs later, yes.
Yes.
The next one to come out because people want to know how to get started with DaVinci, and this is where the whole problem with DaVinci comes in. Is people look at what we're doing right here, right now, and they go exactly what you just said, Justin. Bugger that shit. Right? It's not that hard.
It's not. It just took
It's
me
just
a
a matter
lot
of using it, right?
a lot of reading and
well, you know what?
memory too. But you know,
What's the
stupid
hardware
little things like
requirements?
this help. I mean, come on, this was $295 and it's got every button on it, and there's even a $7.99 app called Tangent Elements VS. $7.99.
Yeah, but how much are
iPad.
you into that program altogether, Jim?
$295.
That's it.
Yeah.
What's the hardware requirements on it? You could do. Is there any limitations with your computer that you're finding?
Yeah, well, you need a minimum of 2 gigabytes on your GPU and an up-to-date CPU, because if you're using the free edition, it's going to mainly use your CPU. Whereas
That's what I noticed. There was no hardware acceleration, right?
Right, because on the Studio Edition, it uses the GPU and what they call the neural engine. You see, this is lit up here, and this is Bluetooth. So I can sit here, change this wheel, and go through different clips.
It's just you can scrub through that and all that. It's like a controller.
Scrub, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Apply my transitions by pressing a button.
Got it.
Go ahead and live overwrite. I can hold this down, move the scroll wheel, and move a clip left and right.
Yeah.
Now
Okay,
I
but
gotta undo all that crap.
you said you paid $295 for that, but how much did you pay for the program and everything?
This is now free with the program. DaVinci Resolve 17 Studio and this come together for $295.
Okay. I
Mate,
thought that
if
was
you're gonna-
$295 by itself.
If you're going to get DaVinci, if you're thinking about getting DaVinci, don't think, because that deal alone, Steve Carpenter got it. That deal alone is worth it. And you won't look backwards anyway. You won't look back.
This is $332. It's called the Tangent Ripple. These balls are lift gamma gain. You can manipulate 2 of them at the same time. You're color correcting in seconds. Seconds.
Look, he's got all these drones, all this computer shit, and he's sitting in a fucking lawn chair.
What do I need a gaming chair for?
Comfort.
He's not playing games. Hey, can you just share my screen, Jim?
Yeah.
Right, I did the.
Good point, Justin.
I did that. Good point, Brian. I never said bugger that shit. That's what I'm doing wrong with DaVinci. Yeah, you got to swear at it, mate. Make it work. That's for sure. Okay, so I downloaded that shit, right? The zip file and installed and all this sort of crap. So I've gone into Sound Library here. What do you put up the top there?
Pound 8 and Shift 8 3 times. 3
Shift
stars.
8?
Shift 8 3 times.
Yeah.
There you go. There they
Holy
are.
shit.
Yep. There's 515 sound files for you. Bingo.
Okay, righto.
Now, Matt, you must have a bunch that you don't know that are laying around from all your musician days. You got to have a boatload of VS. In fact, I want some, man. Some of your synthesizer work. Dude, please, can I please have a few of those files?
Oh, mate, I got.
Probably licensed.
Yeah, they are actually.
Are
Yeah.
they? I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
You haven't. I didn't know if you made any yourself because you're in a professional band.
Yeah. No, I haven't made any. Or what I do is I grab them and I muck with them, right? So I mess around and get the sound that I want. I don't start with a bass. I start with a sound, and then I mess around with that sound to get what I want, and then save that off as another file. Because to go from a bass sound, I don't know, what do you'd start with a mini Moog or something like that, and muck around with some sounds, or even an M7 or something like that, and build your bass sounds. But I don't know who does that, to be honest. That's worse than DaVinci.
They're very expensive, though. I mean, there's a bunch of free VSTs out there, sound files out there, but they're not the quality you're going to get of man. I was listening to some of the paid ones. The synthesizer work is you get excited. It's so good. It's like, man, I'd love to use that. I could just see that using that coming over the top of trees and then coming down. You know how the synthesizer goes, woo. I don't know. It would just come out great.
Yeah,
it makes you excited about music again because all the music is the same shit, whether it's YouTube music or epidural medicine music, whatever they are. I don't know who they are. I forget their name.
Epidemic.
Epidural.
Yeah. Well, even with the paid music,
you were close, Jim.
Yeah, when you use those paid ones like Epidemic, they're not giving you like hits from actual big name artists. It's just it's just a bunch of shit music from people you've never heard of.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, technically, if you're not making money on your YouTube channel, you can use big name artists' music. They'll just put a copyright claim on it, and you don't make no money off of it. But they'll let you keep your video up. Look at all my videos; they all have big name.
I know you got to get off that hip hop and rap crap.
I do a mixture.
I got to get you into some Van Halen. Damn it!
Well, the problem is a lot of the older bands from the 80s and 70s and the 90s, their shit's so copyrighted that they block it in the U.S. as well. Like that's why I tried to do Thunderstruck by AC/DC, and they blocked it in the United States. But I can take a new artist from the 2000s, and it will play in every country, but like the Middle East will be the only countries it's blocked in. But like Matt will hear my music, the music I use, and he's in Australia.
That is odd.
That's the only reason I don't use a lot of older bands, because their stuff is so heavily like copyrighted and protected.
What kind of older bands are we talking about?
Like AC/DC, Metallica, the ones from like the 80s.
The ones I didn't listen to.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm using those as an example.
No, it just wasn't my time. But kind of music.
They have their music so heavily guarded against people using it.
Mike B, want to play with my balls? Mike wants to play with my balls.
That looks like a sex toy. I'm sorry.
It looks like some kind of massager with like anal.
When you look at it this way, this colors does your low colors. This does your mediums, right? And this will do your highlights. And then up on here, you're just using your contrast wheels. Think of it that way. You're lowering and high and raising the amount that you're applying. It's easier than I'm explaining it.
I revert back to the lawn chair.
Justin, you're over 30 years old, right?
I'm 35.
Oh, okay.
So
I like classic rock.
But see, I try to use popular mainstream music too. You know what I'm saying? I try to use newer music too, because I try to appeal to a wider audience. Well,
consider do you have, let's say, 17 to 25-year-old drone people that are interested in drones?
Not on YouTube.
Probably not.
But but the thing is if I put a newer song, whether it be like Katy Perry or anything like that, I may pull that audience in just because they want to listen to the music.
Thanks, Chris.
If somebody hears
I would think that somebody who wants to listen to Katy Perry will go to a Katy Perry song.
Well, I'm just saying, I try to do a variety though. I'll do hip hop.
Hey, as long as you're happy, you like it. I mean,
you know what? You're right there, Justin, because if you might have the best freaking drone footage in the world and it looks absolutely fantastic.
But if I can't stand that hip hop music, I'm leaving. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, if they don't match, if they don't portray some sort of emotion, maybe, then people don't stick around. And obviously mine's not working because you just got to look at my audience retention. It's ridiculously low. It's stupid.
What was it on that 2-minute video? What was your retention on the 2-minute video?
That's 52% at the moment. I did an 18-second video and people could only stick around for 14 seconds.
But try it, Matt. Try putting some just like newer edgy songs on there
That's
and just
funny.
see what it is. I can experiment with it. Try some older bands, try some newer bands, try some newer hip hop. Just see what it does. I mean, it doesn't hurt to experiment with it.
I can't see hip hop with Matt's stuff.
No.
I mean, if he's flying up a mountain,
classical maybe.
And Johnny
Or
G,
maybe
Johnny G is
classic
spitting in the
rock, I
microphone.
could see.
I'm going up the mountain. Going down the mountain.
You did that pretty good. Bebop in there.
yeah, but see, this is the thing: is every generation hates the next generation's music because that's not what they grew up on.
That's not true. I listen to, I
Well,
listen to
it's
the
not
Beatles and the
always-
Stones.
But see, this is the thing: is when my dad was a kid and he was into the Beatles, my grandpa thought the Beatles were the worst thing in the world. Thought they were like a bad influence, and
Elvis was a criminal when he came out shaking his hips.
Yep.
but that's what I'm saying, though. But if you look at it now, I mean, every generation doesn't. I'm not saying everybody, but there's a big portion of each generation.
Look,
that
here's
doesn't
an
like the
example
next.
of generation. Look, we go to the beach in shorts. Matt goes with thongs now, so that's a whole. He skipped. He just shoom, out the window, Matt.
Quite liberal here, Carlos.
Apparently, commando.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Chris at Sunrise Water Media, he makes his own music.
Right. And good. Great stuff.
I agree.
This guy also makes his own music.
I don't have time.
Charlie, you do too, Charlie?
Yeah. And he sings. The guy can sing.
Have you ever met Magic
Go
Jones
on his channel and check
on
out his
YouTube?
music, Matt, because Matt is also this guy. He's a musician too.
Yeah, he's a
He plays the
keyboardist,
skin
professional keyboardist.
Oh, keyboard.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Professional. He goes with a band doing Pink Floyd revivals.
Oh, nice.
Pink Floyd, really?
Jim, what Van Halen song do you want me to do? And I will try it and see if YouTube.
There's no better Van Halen song than "Running with the Devil," 1978.
I will try it and I will see if they flag it. Because, like I said, the problem why I don't do a lot of older music is because it's so heavily guarded.
Ed Santana, Boston. What else?
Carlos Santana, great guitarist. Joe Satriani,
Abraxas.
great guitarist.
The Abraxas
Eddie Van
album.
Halen, record breaker.
All those
The
songs.
only song they
Who?
ever
Led
had to
Zeppelin?
go to number one was called "Jump."
Jethro Tull.
Yeah.
Like, who
Jethro
was it?
Tull. Ian Anderson, great.
Who was the one that was saying like a month or two ago that you should listen to music while you're flying because it kind of gives you. And that's true because I do the same thing. I'll put one earbud in and I'll listen to music. I'll find like some kind of like just upbeat song and I'll listen to it while I'm flying. And it kind of it puts you in a mood.
It does.
I'm just thinking of what Charlie listens to. Faster, Charlie. Go to the left. Fucking Charlie, quicker. That's the music he hears.
No, but it's true though. You're
You
right.
call that flying? No, I'm only kidding.
I wonder how does Chris make his music? Charlie, do you have a studio? A
I
little
do.
studio?
Yeah, I have a whole studio.
And so are you laying down tracks like you've already got your drum tracks
I got
laid
my
out?
guitar tracks, my bass tracks. I got a drum room. I got the
Oh, you guys are
vocals.
intense. That is
You know-
intense.
You just
You
build
know what
it.
I find? You know what I find difficult? Because I put a video out basically every week, right? I haven't got the time to edit the video.
Stop that.
Well, number one, go fly it. Number
Right.
two, edit it. And by the time I've done all that, it's time to release it. I haven't got time in between to be writing music as well. You know, it's very time consuming.
Editing is a
haven't-
time killer. Takes less time to shoot the damn video than it does to edit it. And then what you're doing, because I know you're beat matching on your videos, on your changes, and that's got to add an hour to the damn editing time.
It takes longer for me to pick out the song than it does anything else.
But see, this is the thing: is Matt could do a beautiful video, but if he just has a boring classical song on there, people might not want to stick around and watch it. But if he puts something new or just a catchy song, whether it's from the 70s, 80s, or newer, they may stick around just because they like the song and they may enjoy the video more.
That's a different audience. Some people are looking
I
for the
find
video.
myself muting music if I don't like it. Some people put on like just crappy music, but the video is nice. More
It's-
FPV people.
It's
and
true.
I mute it.
They'll pick anything from the YouTube free selection and just throw it
Or
on.
even the selection they pick is horrible. Just like, you know, that, what do they call that? Moshing music, angry rock and roll. Like, just who the hell wants to listen to that? Maybe I'm getting old. I don't know.
Yeah. I do like, I've used it in the past too. I like fusion between classic and rock, you know. So you've got all that shit going on, you know, similar to what Metallica did and all that sort of shit, where they get an orchestra in to do their rock songs. Brilliant concert.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple of tracks on a couple of videos. I can't remember when, ages ago, where that's that sort of fusion between the two genres, you know, and really love it, really do. Rock symphony, basically, that can really put a lot of emotions in there, you know, and to try and get the footage to match that sort of stuff can be a little bit difficult. But this video that I put out my last one I did, that took me about 2 minutes to find the music, and I thought I grabbed the music and I looked at it and I thought, oh, it's got some nice changes. I can cut beats and all that sort of shit. So I did that. This next one, I only just after like 2 days of searching, found the one that I wanted to edit to, and when I went to download it, it wouldn't download. Something went wrong. Please contact. Bloody fuck. 2 days of searching, I find the one I want. I can't get it. So anyway, onto customer support. Blah blah blah. It's not working. Listen, blah. So anyway, they fixed it, and I ended up downloading the song. Thank God, because I didn't want to go look for another one.
But see, I really like that AC/DC video I did before they blocked it, because in the video while I was flying, my camera would jump every time they said thunder. The camera would jump like the drone would, you know what I'm saying? The video would like jump with the beat. And it looked really awesome, but literally I had it up there for like an hour. One person got to see it and then they blocked it.
Oh, that sucks.
But it was really cool because every time they were like thunder, the camera would like shake and it looked really cool, like the effect of it.
Here's another thing you might want to do, Matt. If you fly FPV, you pick the right song, it could add like 5 or 10 miles an hour to the video. Just so you know.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going fast and you pick a song that's upbeat, it adds speed to the I don't know if you've noticed that.
It keeps up. You saw that bloody thing I did with that Tiny Hawk, and it was a genre of music that and it was a great song. I had a few comments. My God, who sang that? Whose is this? Whose is that? And I had people go into bloody Spotify to find the song, and they actually downloaded it. Thomas was one of them. Thomas Ariel. He was one of them. So it was a really good song to listen to. I didn't mind it. I was listening to it. I said, yeah, that'll do. That goes all right with FPV because it's like action-packed, you know? It's moving and moving. And because of the way I was flying and in and out and through back and all that sort of shit.
Action-packed flying.
Action-packed, man. It is. I mean, you can just look at the jousting fucking Tiny Hawks, mate. That's action-packed, you know?
You know we did that, right?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. We picked.
And
I
I
even picked jousting music when I went into my when I went to look for music. I typed in
go.
YouTube jousting music, and sure enough, that's what
I did
came
not
up.
know there was specifically jousting music.
There is, like, you go to the you probably remember New Jersey. They had that medieval times.
Oh, right. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
And they have jousting music.
But like Jim, the other day I put up a video of me chasing my car with the active track.
Yeah.
And I used Mr. Red, White, and Blue, the patriotic song with it.
I saw the white car. Yeah.
Yeah, I used different music. Oh, I did 2 different videos. I did another one the other day.
Ron
That's
just
nice.
sent all of us this.
Wow.
That's cool.
This is what's going on right now by him, I guess.
That's a nice picture.
Did you get it too, Matt?
I did, mate. Yeah. Holy
That's
shit.
really cool. That looks cool.
That's a good picture.
Yeah.
Who
That's
can't
painted,
forget?
isn't it?
Yes, that's painted on her.
Who is this girl? Anybody was supposed to know?
Sturgis 2020.
And that is, like, what does she do other than look
I don't know, but Ron had her live on Matt's channel during the Sturgis rally.
Is that the same chick?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's famous, dude.
Oh my God, she is.
That painting
Yeah,
got
she
her
is.
everywhere.
She's famously pretty, right?
And you know, if I may say so myself, for a dirty old man at 61, not bad rack.
That's a good
If
red.
you like that in a girl.
I like the twirls underneath the Jack Daniels.
You know,
Sure you do.
two of the girls that I went with to high school with, that I'm friends with on Facebook, are both have been in Inked magazine a bunch of times, the tattoo magazine.
Hey, nobody's got it better than Charlie. Charlie dated some. What's her name, Charlie?
I don't know. Time to
What's
go.
her name?
Time to
What's
go
her
now.
name?
Who's what? What?
No, Sarah?
Oh, no.
No? Oh, I have a better story. Hold on. Let me get my snack.
Milk.
It's not just for kids anymore. What?
Oh, beef. Oh, no.
Am I missing something here?
Yeah.
Not a problem. Yes, you can get.
Let me see that. What is that all about, Carlos? Put it up. Jack Link's original beef jerky.
That's an inside joke, but
I guess so.
You want me to tell it? I'll tell it. So,
Yeah.
So as you know, we're all me, Paulie, prick. We're all on this like keto from Mitch, this keto diet. So
I've lost 18 pounds just for the record.
Yeah, that's great. So like 3 weeks now, I've been on it, and I was like, you know what? I want some snacks. So he gave me the idea to snack on beef jerky. So last night, I went to the local food town supermarket over here. Went to the beer section, and I have them on those strips where they're on hooks, and you pull them down. That's where they always are. I take them home. I'm sitting down watching TV. I'm in the dark. I eat one. I'm like, this don't taste so good.
Oh, moldy.
I eat another one. It doesn't taste good. I'm on the like halfway through the third one. I'm in the dark. I'm like, does this thing go bad? I'm envisioning like it's all like it has mold on it and everything. So I turn the lights on. I'm looking at the package. I'm like, gluten. What is this? Is it like some organic shit that just it's not tasting good? I flip it around and I'm reading it, and it's dog treats.
Oh.
So my biggest mistake was not doing that, but telling Carlos.
Oh my God.
Yeah, mate.
Flossing, gargling.
Yeah, nothing got that taste out.
The
And it
funny
tasted-
part is, in the morning, he pissed on the fire hydrant.
Yeah, right.
Jim's already on the phone calling somebody.
Right.
Oh, you can't even get mad at that, Charlie. That's hilarious.
Oh no, I was. Someone put that out thinking it was, the
Jack
regular-
Links.
Yeah,
Not,
and you didn't.
not doggy do.
Well, the crazy thing is how you didn't realize it when you were purchasing.
It looks like it says beef jerky on it. There was a dog on it, but
He had a
I
rough
thought it was the
night
brand.
last night.
Rough night, yeah.
Poor Charlie. His new name is Charlie Chihuahua.
So if anyone out there, if it's on their bucket list as to what dog food tastes like, it tastes exactly like it smells. Just no need.
Charlie's going to start getting care packages in the mail of dog treats on.
Oh my God, I was laughing.
Bill,
when you
Bill
told me
says
this.
Bill Ronayne says I eaten dog biscuits to keep your teeth clean.
Did it deworm you? Mike wants to know.
Yeah.
Now, why would they have that so close to the counter?
Because someone made a mistake. It should have been in the pet food section.
Yeah.
But they usually keep it where at this place I go. That's where they keep it, by the beer. So
And he'll be protected from fleas and ticks for the next month.
that's right.
That and the what are those Slim Jims? Holy Christ! Those I love those things, but they're belly burners.
Oh man,
They tear me up.
No, I
Carlos,
don't
you
know
have
this
not
one.
lived until you've had Jack Link's bacon jerky.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that. I like the smoke. The hickory smoked is good, and the original. I wasn't crazy about the teriyaki.
Mika Steve says, "Woof woof."
He was shopping on Amazon for Ralph Lauren cologne the other day. Right?
Rough.
All right. On that note, I'm gonna say goodnight.
Me too. My back, Jim.
Yeah, no, it's 2.5 hours. We
I'm
got to cut
sorry.
these things down.
Yeah, no, my back is just, I need
Good
to
time,
straighten out.
good time.
But it was fun sharing that story. And hopefully we'll have some more good footage. I want to get these guys to go to Manhattan with me and just shoot and scoot different places in Manhattan on a Sunday morning. What do you think, Charlie?
Yeah, as long as and get arrested.
What day was it that you went to the stock exchange and did that video?
Saturday.
Carlos?
It was a
Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
That was perfect. Sunday
I'm
must
telling
be
you,
better.
go early.
Yeah.
Even worse, even better on Sunday.
I'll do that first before flying in the mall.
Oh, the mall was even better.
Yeah.
Matt, what do you think?
I
You
don't
wouldn't
know.
take your little tiny hawk, the two, fly in a mall indoors, no wind.
Probably not. Probably not.
For the same reason.
Don't you have like guys that sell little toys, little toy helicopters and stuff in the malls?
Walmart.
No,
Walmart sells them. Oh yeah.
no.
yes.
But they actually fly them while people are walking around. All
Yeah.
right, so I told Charlie and Paul, this is our story. We're going to walk in, we'll fly the drones. Anybody say anything, we'll just simply tell them we're thinking of opening up one of those kiosks, and we're testing the drones to see how they fly.
They
What's
do
the
have
worst
a
they can tell us?
kiosk at my
Yeah.
local mall.
What'd you say, Matt?
I was saying, you're just testing to see if the Wi-Fi interference will
that's
allow
it.
you to fly there. Yeah.
The worst they could tell us, put it down. I mean, it's a little.
So let me ask you a question,
65
Carl.
millimeter. Yes, sir.
What's the reason why you're going to tell them when we ask them to fly through Victoria's Secrets?
Oh, that's the other thing. Now, I asked Drone Bum, go to a Hooters and ask them if we can come back early on, whatever, lunchtime and let us fly around the Hooters. But hopefully he can add. You see, Drone Bum has that like non-threatening. Unlike Charlie, he looks like a freaking killer. But anyway, ask him if we could fly through their legs. I think that would be freaking awesome if the Hooter girls would just stuff like that. And then
If they
from there,
lined
go to
up,
Victoria.
get 'em lined
Yes,
up.
at least 3 of them. Just something different. I mean,
Hooters.
what's the worst they could say is no, and then we have chicken wings and,
Yeah.
Hooters got great landing pads.
They do have landing pads. I just something different. I mean, come on. Who wants to see sunrises and sunsets? I'd rather see some gaps.
Bill Ronayne bringing me back to the old days. And Page, A&P.
Yeah.
Can I get some green stamps with that?
Shooting
that old
in
joke, AMP and Stop and Shop merged. Now they're Stop and P. All right, guys. Matt, nice to see you. Justin.
Thanks a lot. Hey, someone was asking Justin, what's the deal with the shorts?
What's the deal with what?
Good night, guys.
Good night,
Oh, the
Charlie.
shorts.
Yeah.
What they're doing is big hedge funds are betting against the cryptocurrency at the moment. They're shorting it like they do stocks.
Oh,
They're doing
well, I
that
saw
with,
that one too.
Reddit is doing that with Wendy's and they're driving the price up.
Matt, you got to go back and watch that when you were just gone a minute ago. Go back and watch what Carlos just told us because I think you missed it.
Oh, no, not me. It was Matt.
Charlie.
No, I think Matt missed it though because he
I'm
wasn't
getting
in
yelled
the
at.
feed at
All
the
right, I
time.
got to go, Jim.
All
Talk
right,
to you
buddy.
guys
Go
later.
ahead. Bye. ShopRite. You all have a good. All right, Brad. We'll see you later, buddy. What they're talking about is Charlie was eating the. Oh, what the hell was it again?
No, he was okay. They were on a keto diet, and so Carlos recommended that he go get beef jerky to snack on for the diet. So he goes to the store, he gets a pack of beef jerky, gets home, and he's eating it in the dark. And then he said, "Oh, this doesn't taste right." And by the time he was into the third piece, he realized they were dog treats.
Nice.
He even said the package said beef jerky and had a dog on it, but he didn't think nothing of it when he was buying it. So of course,
That is so
Carlos,
funny.
So Carlos is
That's
coming
like
up with 1,000 puns about it.
That's like eating a Scooby snack, isn't it?
It
that's
is
funny.
a Scooby snack. Has anybody ever tried any free VST plugins?
Free? Well,
Yeah.
mine weren't free. They were actually, this is years ago. Mine were actually sort of, I don't know, pirated, we'll call. So they're all the paid versions, but I got them for nothing. That's back in the days of I can't even remember the name of it. Used to download movies and all sorts of shit, and you'd be seeding basically, and people would be taken off of you, and you'd be taken off of them, and it was a
LimeWire.
yes, yeah, LimeWire, yeah, that's the one.
And you didn't know whether you were downloading a virus or
Hey,
no, that's right. That's right. Oh, the FPV master.
Yeah,
I'm here to extend your time, Jim. At least another 2 or 3 hours.
I'd like to see, if you didn't get full 100% retention rate on that video, people need to be smacked.
I do. I
That was
mentioned
so
that to Matt
funny.
earlier.
That was so funny.
Right.
You got
I've been
100%.
over here. I've been over here in my lab working with Skylum and just totally fucking pictures up left and right. I sent one to Matt.
You did. Look, I'll tell you something, Brian.
Oh.
There's a difference between. Look, it's like someone putting a LUT straight on their image and then that's it, right? They don't mess with it. Now, the LUT can be way over the top. The difference with what you're doing is you're not going way over the top.
Lower it down.
Yeah, I mean, you're not putting a LUT on it or whatever, right? But what I'm saying is that you're not going over the top with it. You're not going oversaturated here and crappy things like that, because the picture you sent me, it looked like a normal color grade, to be honest.
On days here in Texas, the sky has sun and these clouds and everything is just gray. And I was not even shooting in D-Log, and it looks like I am.
Yeah, it does look like it. It does look like it. What I'll do,
I can bring it up, I think.
I got it ready to roll there, Brian. We just got Brian's here, though. This will.
Hey, Jim, I did back this up and listen to y'all's comments.
I love this.
It's so funny. Flop.
The music gets you all pumped up. Boom.
Oh, shit, Brian. I just looked at this. You are so lucky.
What's that?
Looked like there was a puddle there.
Puddle of water.
Oh, no. By the 10th battery, there was a puddle behind me. It made it to that puddle that day. That stopped me right there. I had 2 more batteries to go. I couldn't get to them.
It was raining or no?
It rained the day before.
Oh.
But no, it's okay, man. I dried it out, and it's good now.
Well, I know your drones love water, so that's not too bad.
And
I didn't notice that puddle.
Yeah.
Neither
The
did I.
drones, it's like a heat-sinking missile. They love to find that damn puddle.
It is. It is like poles, mate. They're going to hit the pole. If it's the only one in the park, it's going to hit it.
My first time out, I actually zipped through those poles. I couldn't believe I did that with it, and I didn't hit nothing.
Wow.
Now, on the second time, I hit this corner up here.
What a build-up. There's your 21 seconds of fame.
This
I saw that, and I called him up because I was having a day, and I saw that, and I watched it, I swear, 20 times in a row, and I called him up, and I said, that's friggin' hilarious.
It was. I was laughing my guts out there. This is Brian.
This afternoon.
Yeah. Now, this is what you're talking about. It looks like log footage, but it's not. But again, this is what he did in, what is it, Luma?
It's Skylum Luminar.
Luminar, yeah, Luminar. And this is that's the picture he ended up with. See, now that's not over the top.
No.
But I do know what you're talking about, because I have done some sunsets where even my wife will say, "What were you thinking?"
Yeah. They go, "Oh, look at the reds. Oh, look at the yellows. Oh, look at the purples. Pump them all up."
Well, I was watching a video the other day that the blue of the water actually bled. Now, this is from the Evo 2 drone. Autel drone. Which you know what, Matt? If you've ever seen, I've never shot in it, but like your Mavic 2 Pro or whatever, you can put it in vivid color. You know, it's like GoPro. GoPro actually oversaturates the living shit out of everything.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
that's what I was talking about. The Mavic Pro. That's right, vivid and cine-like and all that sort of shit. That's what I just remembered. Now you just mentioned that, and that sort of crap I never filmed in. And I love this comment here. Where are we? Oh my god.
Mine's up there.
Here we go.
It's like a picture of me.
Four-eyed canine stuck the landing. There you go. That's funny as shit. But yeah, that's what I was talking about with those bloody things. Look, I tried them out as you do when you got a new thing. You just think, oh, try that, and you just look at the footage and I go, oh my god. But yeah, the Autel seems to have this blue.
The thing about I had that Autel Evo for 2 years, and it is oversaturated. It does have an oversaturated normal color scheme. The good thing I liked about it is I didn't need to do anything to it. I mean, I just put it up as is. You didn't have to do anything to it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you did have to do something to it. Pull those colors down.
Now, it depends on where you're at, too. Like today, for example, in the summertime, 6 months straight, that's what our sky looks like. It looks like crap.
Yeah.
And when you get something that kind of puts some blue back to it, it's a little more pleasing, to the eye.
Yeah. What you've got to watch with things like that is when you start mucking around with colors, it will really, really mess with any reflective surface like water, right? And you'll end up with water with it look like an oil slick that's gone through it because you'll have the colors of the rainbow going through it. And I don't know, people do that sort of thing. But as I said with your Evo footage from that time, you didn't have to do anything with it. If you're happy with it, then you're happy with it.
Yeah.
It's not for my eye, but if you like it, and that's the whole thing with color grading. It's what you like, or any profile. If you like it, you like it. My mate used to film in vivid all the time on his Mavic Pro, and I used to tear my freaking hair out when I saw his footage. I said it was fucking terrible.
But he loved it. That's kind of a hard thing to get used to.
Chris,
that's right.
From Sunrise Water Media says Vital is a good free and paid VST synthesizer. I love those. I was looking at this one. It was $249 for a year, but the something Maximum X or something. Damn it, I can't remember the name. They were some fantastic synthesizer sounds. So that's why I thought maybe you had some, Matt.
Hey, Jim, did you see that picture I just sent you on Messenger?
Yeah,
I showed it. Now, did you did a little Skylum to that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You did, Ron?
Get off here.
Yeah.
Just a little HDR effect, just to highlight the clouds.
You stuff it up then.
All right, Jim, I'm gonna get off.
All right. Yes, it's time.
Yeah. See you, man.
I will see you guys later.
Take
Take
easy,
care.
Justin.
Night, Justin. Thank you for coming, brother. Yeah, this is the one Matt sent to us in whatever Facebook thing is. What is that?
Messenger.
Messenger. It's not
So you
epidural.
So you retouched this, Ron, in Luminar?
Actually, I used that little phone app called Snapseed.
Fucking
Okay.
that.
You're not giving an IV.
I don't know if you heard it, Ron, but he was trying to talk about epidemic sound, and Jim called it epidural sound.
I couldn't think of the friggin' name, and I'm saying that. Yeah. Medical hits your brain. But that's really what that twister looked like, huh?
Was that a twister or just a shelf cloud?
Did
it touch? Did she
Yeah.
touch ground anywhere? Do you know? Or were you guys hiding?
Touch cloth?
We're trying to figure out if it hits who's going into the bathroom, the med room, or see if I can get my fat butt under a bed, which I
don't think that's happening.
Ooh. Oh, there's so many things for that comment.
Bill, you using that as that banana and voice meter as a standalone? He says it's working for me. I played with some comic sound effects, applause, etc. A lot of guys are putting that on their iPad and feeding that in. That voice meter, MEETER.
Yes. Yes.
Man, I would kill to have my Osmo Pocket on hyperlapse for something like that, Cloud. Damn.
Oh, yeah, man. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Jeez. And it was windy as all shit, wasn't it, Ron? You haven't got your Mavic with you, have you?
No, I mean just an Osmo Pocket to take a hyperlapse with.
Let me ask you something. I think I already know the answer. Can you put your drone on top of the car? No, you have to be flying.
And run like hell?
And see if it takes off itself.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. And run a hyperlapse, but no, you have to be or a what do they call them? Are they called hyperlapse with the Mavic? I'm not too sure. I can't remember. I don't use them. But anyway, or does the drone have to be in the air? I think it has to be in the air, doesn't it, for that to actually work?
Yes.
For hyperlapse to work, it does.
Yeah, I think it has to be so many feet up.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think
because you have to set it right with where it's going to go or how many seconds it's going to. I've never used it. I think you have to set it for how many seconds.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was gonna say,
I've never used hyperlapse.
Dude, Jim, you're in one of the best places, man. Florida with those clouds and those storms, man, that would be awesome.
Right, I tell you, that'd be brilliant.
Right now, North Dakota is one of those places that.
Hey guys, this is a great idea. Four-eyed canine. Have a read of that.
You guys should all color grade the same D-Log video one day and let us decide which one looks better without telling us who made it.
Ooh.
I'm in.
This is like The Voice. Who's going to turn their chair?
Yeah. Game on, bitches.
Mine don't turn.
That's a bloody good idea. That's a good idea. Ooh, I could send you some D-Log.
Okay. The thing about it is you'd have to set some sort of parameters because, Matt, like you said, it's a matter of what the person likes.
Right.
You know, let's go for like realism, you know, the realist, more true to life colors, or it could be something more artistic, like,
now
that's a purple sky instead of a black sky now.
You know what? This would come down to your personal choice as a editor. To see what you like. Now, when that's put out,
artistic editor.
That's right. Now, when you put that out into the general population, just like someone, you know, out of cell block D, it's up to the public to decide whether they should get a job or not. Now, you
or parole.
I'm going to wear that bracelet on your ankle there for a little while, son. Yeah. And so that would give anyone an idea who loves oversaturated shit of if it's just them who likes it or everyone else does.
I don't like that oversaturated shit, that's for sure.
It's up to, look, I'm not going to take any of Jim's log footage because that'd just be purple. So we'll have to get something for...
Oh, my highway
magenta.
footage.
Get it right, it's magenta.
With the UV filter, everything, 2.5 hours I shot that day. All of it. All I had on was a K&F UV filter. Everything, Ron, you remember that highway? Everything was red?
Yeah.
Couldn't get rid of it.
Stones for weeks on that.
I don't get it how a UV filter can do that, though. Ultraviolet? I thought you just cut in the sun ray. Somebody help me.
Polarized.
I don't know what happened there. If you're running a polarized plus an ND, the ND's got its own freaking thing, plus the polarizer. It might have just absolutely stuffed the light gamut coming in and just messed with it. So who knows, mate? Who knows?
I had to go back and reshoot it. I could not get that magenta out of there. I had to go reshoot it.
You should also put up a video set in all auto.
Also put up a video set to all auto.
Does he mean auto?
Auto everything.
Oh. Jim, throw Bill off your screen. That's just auto.
You know, I got to tell you, DJI and that Hasselblad color science in the Mavic 2 Pro does not do a bad job.
I'm kidding.
But
hey,
when you're shooting D-Log, the camera does not now have to worry about the colors. So with D-Log, it's actually taking in more information at 10 bits than it is if it has to color it.
One of the things I like about the Air 2S is that Pro feature where you can put certain features of it on auto and leave the other to manual, like your exposure value is manual, but your ISO is auto. When you go to flip from that bright sun down to that dark ground, you're not getting that distorted flash that you would get in most auto on a lot of drones. It just looks like a smooth transition. You're looking down. You don't get that burst.
That depends on the speed if you look down too.
But I mean, you know, even so.
Yeah.
I was telling Matt the other day that I always put the AE lock on, and he does not. I do. I always put the auto exposure lock on.
No,
I don't want it. I don't want to change an exposure.
Well, it won't. If you're in manual, it won't. If you're in full manual, you've set your aperture, you've set your shutter speed, and it won't change. It can't change. Unless you've got some sort of auto there, it will change, obviously.
Right.
But that's the only way you can. So when I'm doing a sun shot or something like that, I'll bring it up, and this is where I'll have to bring back my drone. Probably only once these days, maybe twice, to get the right ND on. Because if I'm facing the sun and I still want detail in that ground, I've got to get the correct ND on there because the shutter will be the same, the frame rate, the shutter speed. But the ND will change and my aperture will change with that. So to get my aperture where I need it, the only way I'm going to do that is keep that ND filter to get the sun where I need it and the ground below it. So you've got to mess around and get your shit like that. What's this going on here? Oh, here we go.
Here's DaVinci Fusion. This is something that is a whole nother world of video effects that are beyond me. I'm not even into that yet, Matt. Haven't even touched it. Only thing I use is Text Plus, and then I'll come into Fusion and make the text 3D and all that shit. I do not.
Look at all the features, though, it changes the Jeep to. That's amazing.
Oh, my God. You know what you can do with this? You can change the camera angle. You can literally move the camera angle.
That's AI. That's all AI right there doing that then.
It's insane.
The only problem I have with AI is a lot of times it's not true to life.
You're right. I agree.
No. Have you ever hit auto color to see what it looks like on a video?
Oh, God, no.
Terrible.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
Auto in whose mind?
Yeah, it's terrible.
You know, and let me tell you something, okay, before you guys get mixed up. If you use DaVinci Resolve, okay. Oh, look at that.
Oh, here we go.
Man, that is some serious lightning strikes. He's a good ways away from that, though, I can tell.
Yeah. Well, he's at a wide open airport.
That's not good either. There's another one over there. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd put the drone up right there in between.
Go get I would go get a metal pole of some sort and go stand out in front of that field.
Fly a kite.
And just put your camera on top of it to get a better view, I think.
Get that Mavic 2 Pro out. God knows it's been in enough trees.
Yeah, little storm won't do anything with that.
Don't hurt it.
Sure video set without saying something. Just saying in a blind test. I didn't say to insult you guys. Oh, you didn't insult? No. You didn't insult us, mate. We just
not at all.
We have a crack at people. Well, no, we don't have a crack at people who do it. We have a crack at each other.
Whoever says they to each other, yeah.
Yeah. Whoever says they're flying in an auto, like Al Diaz, I mean, we pay out on Al Diaz all the time, you know, vice versa. It's a bit of shit going on between. Not shit. I say it's a bit of fun we have between us. And he goes,
That's
I'm
right.
in all auto here.
Al will tell you he'll fly in auto all the time.
I know
He does it
he's
for a
proud
living,
of
though.
that. He just, well, you know what? It's
He
a
does
big
it in the middle of the day too.
Exactly. Now, the thing is with auto, I can't fly in auto. Otherwise, my images will be over the joint and I cannot edit that. It's impossible because I've got a lot of lights, a lot of shadows and all that sort of shit. Middle of the day, different thing. Shooting in auto in the middle of the day, you can point your camera anywhere and the exposure probably won't change. So you really won't know the difference. But, you know, what generally the day I fly, I can't fly in auto. There's no way. Wouldn't happen.
Morning or evening or low light is when you got to watch your auto.
Oh, you can't be auto. You cannot be auto.
Because if you try to do, especially at night, man, you're that's gonna be harsh.
If you sit there, I'm trying to find a picture that would really show how bad auto is.
Most of your footage.
You know, there's the other thing too. When it comes to drone footage as a whole, most people look at drone footage and go, "Wow."
I heard that, Matt. He said most of your footage, Jim.
Yeah.
But this down here, this is auto. If you sit there and hit auto, right, it'll destroy the picture.
Yeah, do that.
Oh, there you go.
You
My
can
computer
destroy
can't
it.
My computer can't handle it.
Wow.
Nope,
I wish
it's not.
I wish Jim would get a computer.
1060 card. Yep, not handling it.
Wow. Okay. Now, what were you saying, Brian? You were saying something.
No, I'm just saying, you know, when it comes to any drone footage, even auto, I mean, for the most part, most people go, "Wow, that's great," because you know it's drone footage.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And you know what though? That's becoming few and far between too. You know, it's very difficult to put a drone video up that's unique. You know, because
yes.
You know, going back 5-6 years ago, people are going, "Oh my God, check that out! That's brilliant!" And now everyone goes, "Whatever."
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing it so long, we get kind of jaded as to what we expect out of it. But
you do.
Yeah.
Well, you
And
know,
then
you're putting a lot of God blessed time into this crap, and that's what pisses you off when you don't like it. You know what I mean?
It would only piss me off if I had to do it for a living, because then I'd be under the pressure. It's like, why the hell won't this buggering shit work?
Yeah.
And then it would work.
Yeah, it would. You've got
But
to
it would
swear
work.
at it. Yeah, you got to swear at it, or hold your tongue right. You got to hold your tongue right sometimes.
Shit.
I wanna show you something. Okay, you think that I'm a cheap bastard, and I am, because there is actually, I told you, there's a $7.99 app on Tangent Elements called the VS app. Now, why wouldn't I use that when you go looking at their panels? That's I think that's $3,000, that one right there.
Oh, come on.
And then that's the one with the gauges. See, the only difference is this is used with a computer, right? This one has the two video screens on it.
Hey, by the way, Jim, the last live stream I did when it was just you and me the whole time, I cannot tell you how many times I've referred back to that when I'm using Davinci, just from that little bit we talked about at the end, because I'm a forgetful shit. I mean, the things that you covered in just a few minutes is like, oh yeah, now I remember.
Glad I could help out, brother. It's what we're here for, to help each other. But where is the one? These things are absolutely insane in price. And I got that one for $332. My trap goals were lift gamma gain compared to their lowest keyboard. Their keyboard is $1,000. Let's go to, let me go over, get this off. And let me go to just the Black Magic Design site. Black Magic Design site. Okay.
Speaking of help, Ron, what's Kelly doing?
Which Kelly?
Meerkat. There's a meerkat down there. Did someone say Ron?
Deer in the headlight, Ron.
Yeah.
Kelly. That's his name, isn't it?
No.
Hang on. What's his
Kelly,
mate's
Kelly,
name?
Yeah. I went fishing.
It is your mate's name, Kelly.
Kelly Dollinger?
Yeah, Dollinger, yeah.
Okay, what's going on there, mate? Have you contacted him?
I did. He's been. Let me text him.
See, let me show you this. This is currently free with DaVinci Resolve 17. The editing board I have. And it's got live override, video only, audio only, shuttle, jog, all this. It's pretty damn good for what you're getting. It's the same price as the damn thing. Now you go looking at their other boards, and the prices are absolutely insane. Then let's just go to their boards, not the switchers. No video and audio monitor. No. Come on. All right, let's go to the resellers. BMD. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Well, let's go to New York because that's where they're out of. Go. B&H. There. If you bought this, you can get it with the activation for $295. I got it with the dongle. But let me see the boards there. That's just a switching board. All it's doing is switching from camera 1 to camera 2. $500.
Jim, I'll be right back.
All right. This is the new 6K Pro, which they just came out with. Where are the other boards? I wanted to show the just the damn keyboard is like $1,000 just for a keyboard. Come on. There you go. No, that's still a mini switcher. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? The keyboard?
Looks like a keyboard to me for $995.
Oh, the keyboard's $1,000 something.
You know how many keyboards I go through in a year?
You're not supposed to punch him, mate.
Do you like the mechanical better? Do you like the mechanical keyboard better? The one that makes the clicking noises?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got the Predator one, and they have gone back to the clicky ones. Basically, it seems to be. You know what? Retro's in. You know, it always comes back, and anything that makes clicky noises, people are happy with. It's the same with. There we go. He's got. I'm going to get mine to sound like a typewriter. You go ding at the end. Do you remember the first time that first came out? The computers first came out, and they had all these skits and all that, and someone was typing, and it went ding, and they got their computer screen and they wiped it off the I go, oops.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oops is right. Look at the chat.
There's Kelly up there.
Look at the chat.
What the hell did you just type?
There you go, Kelly. How? That was brilliant, mate.
I know, right?
Is that
are you programming? Enter like 4 or 5 times.
Done well, mate. Yeah, look at that.
Kelly, we were just talking about you. Were your ears ringing?
That's what. Yeah, well, no, Ron. My phone started to blow up.
Oh.
Ron told me to get on here. I thought you guys had been done by now.
Yeah, we should have been.
Normally.
But hey, Matt, look at the Blackmagic 6K. It's $1995, less than the DJI X5S camera I got.
Yeah.
Less.
And you're exactly right. And you're dealing with quite a good camera there for the Blackmagics. They're good cameras.
And look at the 4K, $12.95.
Look at that, $12.95 for a 4K.
And we already they have micro four thirds lenses, so I already have 3 lenses for it.
Yeah, look now, obviously, unless you like your SLR,
Is that it, Jim?
interchangeable. There you go, Black Magic down, $9.95.
That's the ATEM. That's a switcher.
That's a switcher? Okay.
Oh yeah, got to get one of them as well.
See, that switches from fast production video, live streaming, live production, blah 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 blah. I'm never going to use that in my lifetime.
That's like a studio board, man. That's pretty damn professional.
Yep.
Well, for $19.95, I can right click on my mouse key to do exactly what that does. Yeah,
Yes.
a little bit longer.
Why can't I find the stupid keyboard? Oh my god! I guess I got to type.
Hang on. Before you go anywhere else, down the bottom you've got another 2 pages to go through.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. There we go. No, these are other people's keyboards.
Yeah, they got Apple.
This is that silicone you put over your. It don't work.
Put them over your tits.
There we go. $9.95. The DaVinci Resolve Editor keyboard.
There you go. Oh, look at that. That's pretty, isn't it? Oh dear.
Oh, you know.
I don't see. Oh, there's the tab key.
Right.
Is that USB?
Yes.
It is. I'm running out of USB slots, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've used 6 of them. Shit, damn.
It's USB-C. I don't know if it runs Bluetooth. No, I'm seeing USB-C. But you know something else? This one here runs USB-C, but it's also Bluetooth.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. If you can run without wires, that's a fantastic thing.
Yeah.
That shit. So what are you up to, Kelly?
How was the trip with Ron? Did he drive you insane?
Oh no, it was fun, man. Had to kind of teach him up on how to catch some walleye, but we had a good time. Ron, how was those fish?
Oh, dude. Oh.
How many did you guys hammer? 26?
Oh, it was somewhere between 20 and 30, but we only brought home about 4 or 5.
Good size.
Yeah.
Paid
Right
41.
now, all the big fish are heading south down into South Dakota, so there's not a lot for size on the Missouri River right now.
Hey, Matt, look at this versus the $300 one I have. Now, I seriously, why would I pay $1,000 for a board?
Exactly the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
And look at that. Oh my God. See, that's something else you have to learn too. Something like that. You think, oh yeah, and then get something new. Oh my God, got to read the manual again. Bugger the manual. Tutorials on YouTube.
It's not hard. It just makes it easy. You're just using the track balls and the rings around it.
Well, this is exactly my thing when it comes to DaVinci. It's not that hard until you learn it. It is. But this is what I'm talking about, Kelly. When are you available to do a screen share, man?
Oh, you know, I was talking to Ron about that, and man, my whole summer is just full with Harley Davidson rides, and Sturgis is coming up, and then I got 2 or 3 fishing tournaments to be in, and I'm just not going to have time over the summer. I'm kind of hoping maybe Matt, you and I can hook up maybe in September.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Whenever, mate. Whenever you need a hand, just give us a hoy, mate.
Right now, what I'm using, I'm just kind of doing stuff on my iPad with LumaFusion, and it's probably doing okay for now. But I would like to learn that DaVinci.
Oh, look, mate. Yeah. Yeah, no, whenever you're ready, mate. You know, obviously, I'm available whenever you can. Oh, you know, I've been down for about, I haven't been doing anything for like 5 or 6 weeks, whatever it is. So I was kind of thinking, I was feeling a little bit bad. I was like, oh my God, I've got to get onto that. Because it was 5, 6, maybe even 7 weeks ago that we actually talked about it. But you know, circumstances changed a little bit. But you know, raring to rock and roll whenever you're ready, mate. So yeah, whenever, mate.
Yeah, let's just put it off till September, October, and we'll just hit it hard then.
Well, I will be doing a a couple of tutorials that people have asked for on basically starting from scratch with Davinci. And
I'll be looking at those.
yeah. Where do you go? So you're basically starting from scratch. So and just following in very, very simple things. I'm not going to go into keyboard shortcuts. I'm not going to go into any of that. I'm just going to use the mouse and show you what you can do with the mouse and what sections of Davinci you can use, where to put stuff, where to get stuff from, to do a basic edit. And that'll be the first one I've got. And then from there, obviously, I'll move into other realms of the program.
Hey, Matt, and this is what I was telling you about doing those things. You know, I don't know where that one you made a while back is sitting, but you give that a year from now, you're going to have thousands of views on those. You know, I did goofy shit on that triple tape tablet. What was it, back in October?
Yeah.
It's sitting at almost 3,000 views right now.
See, now the thing is, there is a difference of my location to yours. For some reason,
doesn't matter.
It does. It does matter, because I've got tutorials on Premiere Elements and all sorts of shit. Still got 140 views after 2 years. There's something about being in Australia that doesn't allow shit to be flung into the right directions for people to look at for some reason. And I found that a lot.
It could be
saying like he's not featured or something.
Never. Now I can thumbnail. I mean, I can tag shit as much as I freaking like that Sturgis thing, Sturgis bike rally here, there, everywhere. Put everything in. We sat through that, Jim, and made sure everything was correct. And on the SEQ scores and all sorts of shit was at 100 million. You know, when it can only go to 100, and still absolutely bugger all.
Huh.
That same girl that Ron that you showed live, old number 7, right?
Yeah.
2 days later, everybody was blasting her as the thumbnail to all their videos, and of course they were getting big time numbers. My comments make more sense when you play them in a row.
That's the one. Look at that.
Yeah. And Ron had her on live.
Yeah.
At the time, she was live.
Yeah.
Did too.
Yeah.
Did you send that to me, Ron? You didn't. You must send that photo to me, Ron.
Yeah. Yeah. The first thing she told me, she said, "Yeah, my boyfriend's from Brisbane." I'm like, "Oh, is that right?"
I'll have to put my hand up for that one, Ron. It was a secret, but it's out there. It's out there. I've had to actually dump her because, you know, I've moved on. So.
Which action scene?
When are you planning on doing those tutorials?
I'll put one out. What's today? Wednesday. I might put one out either this week or early next week.
YouTube channel.
Sorry?
They'll be on your YouTube channel?
They will be, yep. And what I've actually started doing, I've made a playlist up, and it will be Davinci tutorials. So if you're on my channel and you just go to playlists that I have, then it'll have all sorts of shit in there, which I've got to actually delete a lot of them because they're just crap that I did years and years and years ago. It'll have that one in there. So you can go in there and obviously the subject matters will all be listed and blah, blah, blah. But this will be the second one that I've done because the first one was, look, it's not advanced, the second one that I did, and I made it as simple as I could. It was only...
It's kind of like
Don't
my
make
Tiny
it
Hawk 2
advanced.
flight.
Sorry?
It's kind of like my Tiny Hawk 2 flight. Not
That wasn't advanced. That didn't advance past the fucking bench. Nearly advanced itself into a puddle. And this is what I'm going to try and do because a lot of tutorials you watch, they automatically assume what they're talking about. Well, it's not the case. You know?
No. I put a disclaimer on mine in the beginning. I am an idiot. Take whatever I say lightly.
Yeah.
No, but what he's talking about is all the guys who do these tutorials, they assume you're at a certain level already.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the one for the dummies? You know, and you just bought DaVinci Resolve. Right, that's all of us when we're first starting out. Which
right.
button am I pressing, and why am I pressing the God blessed button?
Right.
I want to know why.
This is what, and this is what discourages a lot of people from it, is the fact that they'll look at tutorials thinking that you know shit, and after that tutorial, you still know shit. You might be able to follow along and all sorts of shit and do something, but you don't know how or why you've done it. And this is what I'm kind of leaning towards, is to get a very basic and extremely basic understanding, because at the end of the other tutorials, as I said, you're still scared off from DaVinci because it's still confusing to you. That's the
You're welcome, Matt.
Thank you, Rob.
Ron, I'm still waiting for mine.
Oh my God, she's just terrible. Anyway, I'll send you some. I'll send you something as a thank you.
You're drooling. Why don't you, in your text you're about to send me, why don't you send me his YouTube channel as well?
Matt's?
Yeah.
Do you want the other thing too?
Well, duh.
Oh, okay. So anyway, that's good there. So yeah, so you know, then you can look at that at your own discretion too,
yeah.
Kelly. So.
Yeah, sure enough.
And they won't be long, you know. They won't be like 20 minutes long. You
Okay.
know, I'm gonna try and cut them to. I mean, the last one I did was around about 7 minutes, I guess. But within that 7 minutes, it went through just the basics of what it is. Now, this is why some of these tutorials go for like half an hour. And when you start watching tutorials on Fusion and shit, you can ones that can go for an hour. Fusion, unless you can understand Fusion, you can follow their process and all sorts of stuff, and you come out with an end result.
Don't do Fusion off. Wait for Fusion for later. Learn editing.
I won't be doing Fusion, mate.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm going to be dealing with in the have I got that open? Yes, I have. Basically, what I'm going to be dealing with in the first instance is only one section of the program to get a basic edit in, and it ain't hard. It ain't hard at all. Where are we? I'll go up to here. Oh, come on! You kidding me? No. There you go. Where are we? That one there. What I'm going to be dealing with, I'm going to just share this screen here. Boom, boom, boom. What we're going to be dealing with is just the edit. Just the edit. Now, some people use this cut feature here, and they do a lot of cuts, and they just get stuff together and all that sort of crap. I never use it ever. Sorry?
You can cut in the edit thing. I've yet to use cut.
I use cut.
And I don't use media either, because basically all of this here is up here. All right?
Yeah. Yep.
So that just, I don't know, it just seems to be a bit of a waste of time for me anyway. So I'll just deal with the edit page.
The only thing on that media thing that I can see, Matt, is I think it allows you to tweak maybe one or two of those before you put them to a final product, I'm thinking.
Oh, well, this is what Fairlight's all about, mate.
Music or audio.
Yeah. That's your audio section there. So if there was, I put a track in there, I don't touch it, it just goes out. When I'm doing things like the tutorials and things like that, then I go in there and I mess with the bloody the mic with condensers and noise, background noise, all that sort of shit, which makes it a lot better. So yeah, I don't touch anything in here in media. I don't even know what you can do in it, to be honest. Where are we?
Well, like that video I did of the drone meetup, I had to cut out the wind noise in every single clip independently because the wind blows at different levels. Obviously, you can't just go in, highlight all the clips, and lower the wind noise. It don't work.
ridiculous. That was it's very difficult. If you haven't got a lapel mic with a freaking dead cat on it, it becomes extremely difficult to.
$7.99. That's all I needed. Didn't have it.
Didn't have it. Yeah, there you go.
Used the damn GoPro. Never thought about the wind. I was just right, Ron. We were busy, man.
Yeah.
We were just busy. And you know what they've added to the free version too, guys? Those of you who have free, is collaboration. You can send projects to each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sure
it's now, ever since the pandemic, they made it free.
Awesome.
Just like if you're doing what's that other program? Adobe. You can make the whole file and export it as an XML, send it to somebody with DaVinci Resolve to color it, and then they can send it back to you. Which is actually how a lot of work gets done.
Yeah, Bill, it is free, and it is probably one of, well, I don't know, depends what you're after, but it is one of the most powerful editing bits of software you can get for free. And I can never work out why it's free, because the difference between, well, there is a big difference between the paid version and the free version. There's a lot more features you can use.
You heard him say that, right? You heard him say that.
What?
For the longest time, you were telling me, no, there's no difference. Noise reduction.
Right.
Oh, I have that.
Well, I do. It's,
wait a minute,
in the free version, you have got noise reduction, and you've got lens
nothing
correction.
like the GPU neural engine noise
In
reduction.
the free version,
There you go.
correct me if I'm wrong, in the free version, you don't have access to 10-bit.
Yeah, you do.
You do?
Yes.
Well, shit. Why the hell can't I would shoot everything in 10-bit. It's not coming up.
It should be. What? No.
Look in your instructor.
No.
You're shooting in log. If you're
Yeah.
shooting in log, you're automatically in 10-bit. If you go into your, oh, God damn it. Hang on. Where are we? Share this shit again.
The other thing, though, was 4K itself. Every time I go to export something, it doesn't give me an option for 4K.
Okay, share that, Jim. I'll show you. Okay, so I'll go into my deliver page there. I go into 4K, right? This is your resolution right here. Now this is in the free. This is in the free version too, man, because I did it for fucking 7 months.
I saw that. Yeah.
There you go. There's your resolution right there.
Done.
But when it actually exported it, it showed it 1080p.
No.
I'm doing something wrong. Don't worry about it.
What are you clicking
I'm not
at the
going to
top?
argue with you.
Wait. What are you clicking at the top?
Don't click any of them, dude.
Don't click
I'm
that
not.
shit.
I'm not. Now, I know that's if you're going to export to anyone in particular. I know I'm down there where you guys are. I see where it says the codec on the H.264.
Yeah.
Yep.
None of mine come up as H.265.
They
And
won't.
What do
They
you mean?
won't. Nope. You won't get 265 codec on export in the free version.
Okay.
You don't need the 265 export.
Okay.
264, you'll end up
265
with a
is
bigger
only-
file. Yeah. 264, you'll end up with a bigger file, number one. So say a 2-minute video will be about 3.2 or something, a freaking gig, right? 265 will be a 265 will be a smaller file. It's more compressed. But don't let that worry you, because I never used it, and I still don't use it now. 265.
Okay, so then I'm not losing anything then.
No. So here, this is what I'm talking about. That the render settings are the same between the two. You've got to look at that. As I said, advanced settings. I go down here, go to full data levels. Same as project. Make sure these are same as project. Yeah, don't worry about any of that. Don't worry about subtitling.
Is this in that advanced tab
Sorry,
when you started this?
that's
'Cause
advanced.
Yeah, advanced. I stayed the hell away from that.
Okay, go to the advanced tab. Make sure you're always in this here. Make sure they're all the same as project. You can mess around with them, but don't. There's all sorts of shit going on.
See, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean.
But make sure that the resolution is coming out at this, mate. Make sure it's set up to Ultra HD. Where are we?
Let me ask you something, Matt. What were you using before this?
Premiere Elements 2018.
Okay, that explains too, once again, why you were getting such good videos this whole time I've known you. Because your shit's always incredible, man.
With the spark footage, that was mostly done in Premiere Elements. Yeah, it's not Premiere Pro. It's
Even
Premiere
the ones
Elements.
since then, since you've been doing DaVinci, have been just as good, if not better. That's and I'm not trying to pump you up or anything. It's just that it's just okay. You were using Premiere. Anybody that I've ever known that does drone video seriously uses Premiere. Their shit is outstanding.
Now that's Premiere Pro.
Like I use Filmora for the most part. I see where it falls short, and that's what I'm slowly trying to get away from.
Yeah. Now Premiere, the only reason I ever went to DaVinci, there's a couple of reasons. Now one reason is that exactly, and that comes into it too. The only reason I did it was because number one, I started filming in 10-bit 265 H265 Premiere Elements. As I said, it was Premiere Elements, not Premiere Pro. Premiere Elements doesn't recognize 265 file, right? Doesn't even show up, so it can't work with it. So I had to find a program to do it. Now I thought, okay, I'm with Premiere Elements, I'll go to Premiere Pro. I'll get onto Premiere Pro, I'll just buy that. Well, you can't just buy it. It's a monthly freaking thing, so they can shove that up their butt. So anyway, talking to a few people here and there and blah, 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 ended up downloading DaVinci. And it took me about 3 months before I actually did a whole video in DaVinci. And from there, I just don't touch anything else now because I still wanted to pump the videos out and I couldn't do it quickly in DaVinci because I still didn't know. And it was just as confusing to me as what it is to everybody else who starts up. So I did, as you know, I do DaVinci now, and everything just flows in there now, so it's all good. So that's the main two reasons that I did it. One, I couldn't do the 265 file. Number two, I wasn't going to pay a monthly subscription. Now, Dennis Lovelady was kind enough to have a version swinging around, and he actually sent me the studio version, which I can't thank him enough for because that's just sensational. So I'm lucky enough to have that studio version now. Now, when it comes to standard editing and all that sort of thing, there's no freaking difference between the paid and the studio version. It's only when you start delving into all your color grades and all that sort of stuff where you've got a few extra features which make a massive difference to the file. So that can come in later. But there are still a lot of stuff in the free version in your color section which will make your videos stand out exponentially. Fantastic area, but you've got to muck around with them and experiment and all that sort of thing to try and get what you want. The main thing is getting your color grade right, and the color grade that you see on your screen, and this is what the freaking problem we had to start with this HDR shit, was that the colors you were grading to after render did not look anything like what you've just graded, and they look like shit.
That's what I was initially having problems with.
Yeah,
it's because of the set you're grading on. You're grading if you're grading on a computer screen that only has 300 nits maximum, which actually it's more like 100 nits.
Yeah,
and
you're dealing with
the same thing.
Matt, it would also help when making those tutorials if you only use the tools that come with the free version. Most people look, mate, I'm telling you now, exactly right, try before you buy. I'm telling you now, those tutorials that I'll be doing will have nothing but basic information in there to get you going. So everything in the free version. When it comes to the paid version, I'm talking about the color section, fusion, all that sort of shit. That's when the paid version really comes into its own, where you've got a few extra features and all this sort of shit. So everything that I'm doing basically will be in the free version. You've got cut tools, you've got all the stuff you need to get it into that project to make a basic video, cut it where you want it, lining up your audio, all that sort of shit, if you want to cut to beats and all that sort of crap. All that's free, man. All that's free. So the only thing, as I said, with the difference between them is when it comes into your processing of the image and all that sort of shit, you've just got a few extra things that are in, well, a shitload of extra things when it comes to your color grading and all that sort of crap. So yeah, it'll just be basic, man. Give us for the next pen. That'll keep you at home, mate. Yeah, the pandemic. Yep, you've got plenty of shit to watch. You don't have to access.
Kelly had to pop out. He's got to get up for work in the morning.
Sorry, mate.
Kelly had to pop out. Yes.
Oh,
early in the morning.
Okay. Oh well, he's all cool with the info then. Do we use any pre-created LUTs? I generally don't. There are advantages and there's disadvantages to that. If you wanted to get a look for the whole scene, you can make your own LUT for that anyway in your first grade and then just copy that all over it. LUTs are a quick and easy way of putting something into a file, and then don't think for 1 minute that the LUTs the be all and end all of what that footage can be. That's a starting point. You can muck around with that and get all your bizzo muck around with that.
The thing about LUTs that I don't want to say it to like Bill, maybe he doesn't know. LUTs you can make. I usually make 3 or 4 LUTs for each device that I use. And when I say device, I have 3 drones. I have LUTs for different times of the day, evening. I have LUTs for my Osmo Pocket. I have a LUTs for my Sony camera. Because every one of them look at colors differently, and they will not match each other.
They do. The LUTs look even in the free version. Davinci has got a shitload of LUTs that you can use. Not all of them are not all of them are what you're really looking for. I will show you though really quickly. God, now I just closed it. I'm going to open it up again. Hang on. I will show you really quickly what I'm talking about. I don't know. Just pull that one there. That'll do. That one there.
The only general LUT that I've used on a regular basis is like black and white, because then from there you can go to color, which that's always an eye catcher.
Yeah, well, you can just sit there and take your saturation and put it down at 0 and be black and white.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. But
Okay.
you actually, though, when you do that, though, Jim, you got a lot of grays there that wouldn't be. Your black is never as
Neutral gray is always 18%. Neutral gray is always 0 on your DaVinci Resolve scale.
You've been reading that book way too much.
Well, I'm just telling you, you got 8 stops plus and 8 stops minus. The IRE goes from 1 to 1023. That's for Rec 709 footage, which is 0 to 255 in that color space. And then when you move to HDR and Rec 2020, it goes up to 10,000 candela. So you have to make your video down under 1,000 so it can be seen on TVs. You're wasting it. No. See, we're losing people. All right, guys, we're getting. Ron, say it.
Yeah, I got to pop out, Joe. I got to keep an eye on this weather. We're starting to get hit with golf balls here in the hangar. Oh,
damn.
Stuff's getting worse.
They're dangerous. Good stuff. They're freaking dangerous. I've seen them go through. I was there when they went through picnic tables.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get car insurance in your state. I swear to God.
It's high. When I left California, come here, my insurance increased. I'm like, wait a minute, crazy high traffic, high volume California. I come to South Dakota where there's hardly any cars and you increase my insurance. They're like the deer and the hail.
Yeah. Did you share that for a sec, mate?
Hang on.
There you go. Did you say you were going, Ron? He's frozen.
Yeah, he just froze.
Okay. So anyway, this is in the color section here, as you can see. Now over here, you got the menus up here of what you can use, right? So go into the LUT section there. This is for Bill. You got all these LUTs. That's actually Kenny's LUTs there, what I put in there. Which you can muck around with, but anyway. So these are all the LUTs that are standard with it, right? So there's shitloads, man. These Sky Grade ones I actually paid for. They're really good. They're specifically designed for the Mavic 2 Pro. They tell you how to set the camera up on the Mavic 2 Pro, and bearing in mind, you've still got to get your exposures and all that sort of shit right if you're going to have maximum benefit of anything you're doing. So anyway, you can set it into auto if you like. It's all right. But anyway, I found that Blackmagic Design have got quite a few good ones. And this will just show you the quick difference it makes between See that there? That's just a quick. And if you just to drag that in there, there's your LUT there. That's without the LUT, and that's with the LUT. So from there, you muck around and you do all your shit, right? But that gives you a basic start to that file there. But anyway, as I said, there's heaps in there to choose from. That's all in the free version. So you can muck around, do what you like. If you don't want to go through the color grading, or if you're not shooting in log, don't even worry about it. You just chuck it into to deliver as long as you're happy with the image, and off you go. But this is basically designed around the log file where you're going to color grade it. You can color correct here, obviously, too, if you're underexposed, overexposed, all that sort of shit. But this will be, this is, as I said, on log footage. As you can see there, it's pretty dull. But look at those colors in those skies, man, unbelievable. And as I said, my last one.
And they set the water off, too.
You can absolutely, and you can mess with that color. You can mess with that color heaps. If I go like that, no, I won't do that. I'll go, oh, it's between the two. Okay. So if I go like that, and I just mess with that a little bit. Ooh, okay. Then go up there, and I'll go back here, and then I'll just go saturation. Boom. Oops. There you go, saturation there. Put out the mid-tone. Shadows. Oh, look at that. Oh, there we go. Shit like that. Anyway, there you go. Bloody hell. Anyway, so that's some options there for you. Let's just get rid of that. No, don't save. I don't even want that file anymore.
All right. I'm wrapping up the live stream. Good night, guys. Thanks for coming. If there's anybody here.
Good on you. Thanks very much. You got 8 watching. All right.